We are live from Athletic Kulture Stadium in Springwater Township. Baycats TV presents the Inter-County Baseball League. And this afternoon, the Kitchener Panthers make their first 2025 visit to Barrie to take on the defending IBL champion Barrie Baycats. Hi, everybody. Welcome. With Maddie Gale and Julius Hern, I'm Ben Davy. The Baycats continue this remarkable hot streak, having won 11 of their last 12, despite a bit of a scare last night in Brantford, giving up 5 runs in the 8th inning for a close finish after the Baycats built a 6-0 lead.
Yeah, very lucky to get out of Brantford with that 6-5 victory. A very short-handed staff. Carlos Sano getting his second save in as many nights. But this Barrie team, one win away from matching their season high in wins in a row with 6. They got a 5-game win streak right now. Kitchener Panthers are in town. They beat them on Sunday as part of this streak that they currently have going on. And we're going to see the same pitching matchup we saw on Sunday, Owen McNeil and Cesar Rosado.
Yeah, Kitchener's last loss was that game that you mentioned, an 8-4 loss against these Barrie Baycats at Jack Couch Park on Sunday afternoon. But they seem to have used that as somewhat of a turning point, having won their last 3 in a row, 2 of those 3 wins putting up double-digit run totals.
Absolutely. Last night was a really close win, again, 6-5 in their own right on the road in Welland, being that first-place team, and that's a big win for Kitchener, trying to bump them up out of the 8th spot, out of that 7th spot in the IBL standings. So they're looking to kind of get the offense going, kind of similar to how the Baycats want to keep their hot streak going. Kitchener wants to keep their hot streak going as well. Matteo Zeppieri had 2 home runs on Sunday. He's going to be key in that number 2 spot in the lineup. Which
team can stop the other team's momentum? That is the question this afternoon. Let's find out. With our starting lineups this afternoon, here's our public address announcer, Rob Daniels.
Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, welcome to Athletic Kulture Stadium for season number 24 of Barrie Baycats Baseball. We've got another Paul Sadlin Motors Junior Baycats game today, and it features the visiting Kitchener Panthers and your Barrie Baycats. Here are the starting lineups. First for the Kitchener Panthers, managed by Pete Kiefer. Batting first at first base, number 20, Jordan Mandalay. Batting second in left field, number 31, Matteo Zeppieri. Batting third, the right fielder, number 67, Josveni Penalve. Batting fourth at shortstop, number 7, Charlie Towers. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 48, Junior Ibarra. Batting sixth in center field, number 1, Ronta Asawa. Batting seventh at third base, number 5, Yusuke Fuji. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 4, Trent Lawson. Batting ninth at second base, number 11, AJ Carosas. On the mound this afternoon for the Kitchener Panthers, number 10, Owen McNeil. And now, the starting lineup for your Barrie Baycats, managed by Josh Matlow. Taking the field this afternoon with the Baycats will be players from the 11U Barrie Baycats. Batting first in center field, number 95, Noel McGarry Doyle. Accompanied by number 10, Easton Hansen, and number 2, Nashton Quisnell. Batting second at shortstop, number 11, Brandon Hernandez. Accompanied by number 14, Bauer Hansen, and number 4, Maverick Quisnell. Batting third at third base, number 0, Francisco Hernandez. Accompanied by number 73, Luke Bracken. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 20, Nolan Macabroda. Accompanied by number 25, Nate Bracken. Batting fifth in left field, number 6, Tristan Clark. Accompanied by number 37, Liam McCray. Batting sixth in right field, number 4, Willie Garcia. Accompanied by number 99, Emmett McLeod. Batting 7th at first base, number 28, Noah Hull. Batting 8th, the catcher, number 29, Andrew Johnston. Accompanied by number 44, Cohen Archer. And batting 9th at second base, number 26, Adam Odd. Accompanied by number 13, Moose Van Bolderen. On the mound today for your Baycats, number 39, Cesar Rosado. Accompanied by number 11, Freddie Van Bolderen. Here are the umpires for this afternoon's contest. Calling the balls and strikes, we have David Phillips. Handling first base, Jared Merkley. And at third base, Adam Sims. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise if you are able to. Kindly remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem. Thank you.
It is a great afternoon for baseball here at Athletic Kulture Stadium in Springwater Township. Ben Davy, Julius Hern, and Matty Gale on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Final game before the All-Star break, the All-Star game, not the halfway point of the season, but both these teams will send their All-Stars to Hamilton tomorrow afternoon for the Home Run Derby and All-Star game, and an important game for both clubs who, as we mentioned in the intro, are playing very well heading into this weekend.
Absolutely. You mentioned earlier, the last loss for this Kitchener Panthers team was to the Barrie Baycats at Jack Couch Park on Sunday. Meanwhile, the Baycats have kind of ride that, what is now a 5-game win streak, could be 6, which would match a season high this afternoon with a win. So both teams playing really hot, and for the Kitchener Panthers especially, no better time to try and climb out of the basement of the league.
Bit of a delay on the field here. It was a 4:05 scheduled start. I'm guessing 4:15 maybe for our first pitch here this afternoon. They still have to chalk the baselines, and they're doing a little bit of extra work. It looks like maybe some fresh dirt was laid down the baselines earlier today, so they're taking a little bit of extra time just to make sure that's in good condition. In the meantime, we'll give you the starting lineups. First for the Kitchener Panthers, the first baseman, Jordan Mandalay, is leading off. Mateo Zeppieri, the left fielder, batting second. It's Yosvani Penalve in right field, batting third. Cleanup hitter, Charlie Towers. He's the shortstop. Yunyar Ibarra, the catcher, hits fifth. Runta Osawa, center fielder, batting sixth. Number 7 hitter is Yusuke Fuji at third base. DH Trent Lawson hits eighth. And AJ Karosis, the second baseman, is in the number 9 spot.
Starting on the mound for the Barrie Baycats, Cesar Rosado, his 8th start of the season, 10th appearance overall. He's got a 4-3 record in 35 2/3 innings. An ERA of 4.04. Like we mentioned, pitched on Sunday against these Kitchener Panthers, ended up getting that 4th win of the season at Jack Couch Park. So it's going to be an interesting matchup to see how both teams kind of play off seeing the opposing starting pitcher again. But for the Baycats, mentioned Owen McNeil, this is going to be the 3rd time that he faces the Baycats in as many starts.
Infielders just tidying up the dirt along the lip of the grass there in the infield, and we still have to wait for Cesar Rosado to head out and take his warm-up tosses. The grounds crew here at Athletic Kulture Stadium does an outstanding job, always, and just a little bit behind schedule here this afternoon with a bit of extra work that needs to be done. So
it looks like they also laid out, you mentioned extra dirt by the baselines. You can see kind of that color difference. It looks like after batting practice, they also laid down some extra dirt on the home plate area in that circle. So kind of got 3 different colors of dirt around the infield today.
Taking plenty of time this afternoon just to make sure that that field is in immaculate condition for this afternoon's game. Cesar Rosado, the 29-year-old right-hander from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. One of a trio of returning Dominicans in this Baycat threesome to start the starting pitching staff, along with Frank Arcez and Juan Benitez, who have both been outstanding last season. All 3 had great years in 2024. Rosado 7-1 with a 2.04 ERA and a team leading 105 strikeouts. Not quite on pace for that here in 2025, but still having another very good year for Barrie.
It seems like he's evolved into being a much different pitcher than he was at last season, at least. It seems like his release point was a bit lower coming into the year. He's kind of kept that similarly since his first couple starts of the year. Been more of a ground ball pitcher as of late. Not that he won't overpower you with the stuff he has, but not the strikeout artist that he was in his IBL rookie year.
They're actually doing some measurements out here on the field. They want to make sure second base is in the exact position. You don't often see that. This is a treat for any fan that wanted to actually see a little bit of the work that goes on behind the scenes to get the field ready for the game, and you're getting to see what these grounds crew staff do every day here at Athletic Kulture Stadium.
This leads me to believe that they did some extra kind of reset work on the dirt, kind of maybe the halfway point of the season in terms of the field, right? So they kind of laid some more dirt down. They still have to measure where to cut the bases again. Saw the rack of bases out there earlier during batting practice, so let me know that there's still some more work to be done.
Yeah, we're going to be here a while. This might be a 4:20 first pitch, maybe later. We'll see how things go here as they take care of this field. So the Baycats and the Panthers for the 3rd time this season. Barrie looking very good in both games at Jack Couch Park. Panthers looking to get some momentum going and just keep pace with the teams in the bottom half of the standings right now. It's the Brantford Red Sox again in the number 9 spot, just trying to stay out of that basement and make sure that they're able to qualify for the postseason. 9-team league, so 8 teams get in, but you want to make sure there's enough separation between your own club and the team that's in the bottom of the standings.
Well, with the hot streak that the Panthers are on, they've brought themselves into 7th place in the IBL standings, which means if the playoffs were to start today, this would be the first-round matchup, Barrie and Kitchener.
Pete Kiefer is the rookie manager for the Panthers. He's behind home plate, catching up with Baycat manager Josh Matlow. Josh in his 5th season as Barrie bench boss. Panthers with a uniform color scheme that I don't think we've seen here in Barrie yet. They've got kind of an electric blue road jersey with black pants and red caps, which they introduced on Canada Day.
Yeah, I really like what they've done with the red caps the last couple seasons. We haven't seen, like you mentioned, haven't seen these blue jerseys in Barrie at least. I've seen them a couple times in Kitchener in just some of the broadcasts that I've seen over there. But, definitely a different combination for the fans in Barrie to get a taste of.
Baycats had the Throwback Thursday Reds going and packed the park night here against Guelph Royals here on Thursday, and that was a excellent turnout. Both guests probably close to 1,000 fans for that game. Free game, open gates, no tickets required.
I think the official estimation was around 1,300.
Wow. Definitely our biggest attendance here at home in 2025 so far. Another nice crowd here this afternoon. Not nearly as big as that crowd was, but certainly a comfortable afternoon for baseball.
I was thinking that the only crowd bigger than that the Baycats have played in front of this year was the first game of the season on the road in Welland. That was first week of the season, that Saturday night, Welland's home opener. About 3,000 fans at Welland Stadium for that one.
Yeah, they have by far and away been the leaders in attendance across the IBL here in 2025. Busy night elsewhere in the IBL, this final day of action heading into the All-Star game tomorrow. Chatham-Kent takes their 4-game losing streak to Welland tonight. That gets underway at 6:35. That game will be well attended, I'm sure. Brantford and Guelph at 7:30. Both of those teams have lost 5 in a row, so something's got to give there. Hamilton's in Toronto at 7:30. They're trying to bounce back from last night's catastrophe in London. They blew a 4-1 lead, lost 5-4 in 10 innings, so they'll be anxious to head into Sunday's All-Star game with a win. Of course, they're hosting the All-Star game. Bernie Arbor Memorial Stadium tomorrow evening. Anything else you want to talk about while we kill time here?
Well, tomorrow's All-Star game, a bit of a later start than it was last year, too. Last year, the Home Run Derby started around 2 o'clock. I think it's about a 5:30 start for the Home Run Derby this time around, so it'll be more of a night game in Hamilton as opposed to an early evening contest in Welland last year.
We call it an all-star break, but it's not a break at all. It's a very busy weekend heading into tomorrow's game, and then in Barrie's case, they're right back at it on Tuesday. So the only day off the All-Stars get is Monday. So it's a busy segment of the schedule here. Kitchener does get a nice break after today. Their All-Stars, of course, head to Hamilton tomorrow, and then they don't play again until Friday. So a little more opportunity for those guys to reset and rest up.
It's also tough for the Baycats in particular because, you know, a couple of their starting pitchers, Frank Garces, Juan Benitez, even Carlos Sano, the closer, who's pitched back-to-back nights, they're all-stars. They're going to be at the game on Sunday. So if any of them are being asked upon to pitch on Tuesday, it's a very tight turnaround if they're going to appear in the All-Star game as well. So I don't think any of them are going to start on Tuesday. I think it's going to be Christopher Torres. But again, like, that's a tight turnaround for a team that, you know, especially last night, lacked a lot of staff on the road with the team.
Should check with our producer today, Sam Hossack, to see if he has any live commercials for us to read right now or anything like that, just to kill some time. We haven't had a delay like that this season. They are really being meticulous with this chalk and with the batter's boxes and the dirt and measuring the bases. They've got the bases measured.
I will say something I noticed last night in Brantford. The last couple times I've been there, at least in the right field line, haven't got a chance to look at the left side, but there's so much of a dip when you get towards the fence in terms of the depth of the ground. It's so hard to keep the baseline straight, so there's a lot of curves in that right field line. Looks pretty funky out there in Brantford.
Guys want to run commercials?
All right, we'll take a short break while we wait for the grounds crew to just put the finishing touches on this field and make sure it's in tip-top shape for this afternoon's game. We'll be back with the first pitch in just a moment. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
I'm Chrissy Fentz from 400 Chrysler and Barrie Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. This year, we are the community partners of the Barrie Baycats. Community is near and dear to our hearts here at the dealerships and one of our core values, so we can support local and shop local.
Visit Alliance Billiards and Sports in the northeast end of Barrie. A fun, friendly family environment offering pool, darts, karaoke, and live entertainment. Enjoy a large variety of delicious food and drinks on the patio. You'll come as a stranger and leave as a friend.
We're back live at Athletic Kulture Stadium, Springwater Township, Baycats, Panthers. I'm Ben Davy, along with Julius Hern, Maddie Gale, our sideline reporter, Sam Aucoin, our producer this afternoon, Jack Hind, running Point Streak, Rob Daniels, our public address announcer. Cesar Rosado gets set for his 10th appearance of the season. 8th start, 4-3 record, 4.03 ERA. Numbers just a little off from last season. still having another outstanding year in this Baycats starting rotation.
Yeah, season high 11 strikeouts his last start, which was in Kitchener on Sunday. Went 5 innings, got the win, allowed 6 hits, 3 earned runs, and 3 walks.
Last year, Rosado averaged 1.59 strikeouts per inning. Mentioned that outstanding team high total, 105 strikeouts. Just off a little bit this year. It's dropped to 1.15 strikeouts per inning here in 2025. All right, looks like we're just about ready. We've said all that we can say. Jordan Mandalay will step in to face Cesar Rosado, as we are just about ready to get baseball started here this afternoon. Rosado likes to work slowly on the mound. He'll work from the belt even with no runners on. Kicks and deals. A fly ball to left field. Down the line, it'll be the shortstop racing over to make the catch, Brandon Hernandez. We're underway at 4:21 this afternoon.
Give me the defense for the Barrie Baycats behind Cesar Rosado in the outfield from left to right. Tristan Clark, Noel McGarry-Doyle, Willie Garcia back in the lineup after a day off yesterday. On the infield, Francisco Hernandez back at third base alongside his brother at short, Brandon. Adam Ogg gets back at second base. Noah Hull gets the start at first. And it's Andrew Johnston behind the plate for the second straight start by Cesar Rosado.
So some nice work by the grounds crew to keep that delay to just 16 minutes to get our field ready for today's game. Here's Mateo Zippieri, the left fielder. 1 out in the first inning. Game time temperature 26 degrees, feeling like 29 with the Humidex, and we have a very light wind coming in from center field right now. This one hit high and deep, but foul over near the Barrie bullpen. Showers expected to come into the area around 8 o'clock and take us through the overnight hours. Looks pretty good at the moment to get today's game in without any wet weather coming our way.
Seems like this might be one of the most comfortable game starts that we've had in terms of weather conditions this year.
Really is. That cloud cover is helping us avoid sunburns today. Fouled off left side, count 1-2.
A couple big swings there from Zeppieri. Had a couple home runs on Sunday in that loss to Barrie. One of them was off Cesar Rosado early on in that game. Kitchener actually got out to an early lead, but Barrie comes back and wins it.
Here comes the crowd behind Rosado on a 1-2 count coming up. And now time is called. Rosado wants Johnston to run through the signs once more. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Zippieri's ready, holds that bat high as he waits for the 1-2 pitch from Cesar Rosado. Here it comes, and it's popped up on the infield left side, and that will be Brandon Hernandez making the catch in front of his brother Francisco Tuaway.
We'll start the season. We saw the Hernandez brothers as the pairing up the middle. Now we're seeing them as the pair on the left side of the infield overall, with Francisco still kind of trying to get back to 100% after an early season hamstring injury. Started at first base on Sunday in Kitchener. That was his first defensive start.
And DH'd last night in Brantford. He was elected to the IBL All-Star game tomorrow, but will sit it out as he continues to ease his way back into the lineup after an injury.
Yeah, voted as the starting second baseman originally, but Dan Mara of Toronto will take his place.
So here's Penalve, 2 outs in the inning. Rosado deals, and it's just a little outside.
Penalve surprisingly not an all-star. His offensive numbers are definitely all-star quality, hitting over 340 this year.
Yeah, clear oversight in my opinion. Leading the Panthers in that department, having an outstanding season. Thought he'd get a reserve spot for sure. Here's the 2-0. Penalve's taking all the way, and it's a strike, 2-1. Charlie Towers, the shortstop, is on deck. 2 outs here in the top of the first. And now time is called as Penalve asks for a moment. Now he's ready.
.351 batting average for Penalve in 31 games.
Grounds this through the hole on the right side into right field for a base hit. So the Panthers get their first base runner of the afternoon. Penalve is aboard with a 2-out single.
Shortstop number 7, Charlie Towers.
Penalve just put it in the right spot, middle of that hole between Hull and Odd and the right side.
Nice, smooth, soft swing. Almost looked like he was on the putting green out there. Did the job, and here's Charlie Towers now as the inning continues. Penalve with the lead at first. And he goes, or bluffs a start. He goes back. Took a good 4 or 5 steps towards second, and then put the brakes on. Towers is ready. Here comes Rosado's pitch. And the count is 2-0. Towers hitting .239, 31 games. Penalve 2 for 5 in stolen base attempts. He bluffed to start on the first pitch. Let's see if he goes on the 2-0. Rosado is ready. Here he comes. Curveball. Gets it over for a strike, 2-1.
Look how deep Adam Odd's playing at second base. He's on the outfield grass.
Almost like a fourth outfielder out there. Now he starts to come in a little bit. Here's the pitch. That's a called strike. Home plate umpire is David Phillips. Jared Merkley behind the bag at first, and Adam Sims handling duties at third. It's a 2-2 count to Charlie Towers. Pitch on the way. Runner goes. It's high and outside. The throw from Johnston is a bouncer, and it goes off the glove of Hernandez into center field. Penalve will take an extra 90 feet. And he's at third now with a full count coming up to Towers.
Score that E2 on Andrew Johnston. It looked like of all that Hernandez could have got, the hop was high enough, pardon me, for him to comfortably make a play. But it looks like he was thinking about making the tag before he had the ball in his glove.
Towers is ready. Rosado with a 3-2 pitch coming up. Runner at third, 2 down. Here it comes. Down the line foul over near the Barrie dugout. And the count will hold it 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Everybody clap your hands. Come on, y'all. Everybody clap your hands.
Towers has 10 RBIs on the season. Looking to bring home the game's first run here. Rosado to Towers, and he just stays alive. That caught a little piece of the inside of his right ankle as well.
Another one of those, looks like a curveball that froze Towers earlier on in the at-bat, but he managed to get a piece of it.
And he's going to need a moment or two. So it'll be another 3-2 pitch coming up here from Cesar Rosado.
Towers 0 for 6 in 2 games against Barrie already this year.
Penalve is at third, 2 down. Rosado is set. And the payoff pitch on the way. On the ground, fair. The underhand toss to Rosado, covering the bag, is in time for the out. So the Panthers strand a runner in the top of the first inning. No score between the Baycats and the Panthers here at Athletic Kulture Stadium.
friends from Foreigner Chrysler and Barrie Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. This year, we are the community partners of the Barrie Baycats. Community is near and dear to our hearts here at the dealerships and one of our core values, so we can support local and shop local.
Visit Alliance Billiards and Sports in the northeast end of Barrie. A fun, friendly family environment offering pool, darts, karaoke, and live entertainment. Enjoy a large variety of delicious food and drinks on the patio. You'll come as a stranger and leave as a friend.
McNeil's ERA against Barrie this year is 10.2.
We go to the bottom of the first inning. Let's take a look at the Baycats lineup behind manager Josh Matlow. Noel McGarry-Doyle leading off in center field. Brandon Hernandez at shortstop. Bats second. Francisco Hernandez back at third after DHing last night. He's in the number 3 spot. Nolan Macabrota DHing, hitting fourth. Tristan Clark, the all-star left fielder, batting fifth. Willie Garcia in right field, bat sixth. Noah Hall hitting seventh at first. Andrew Johnston, the catcher, batting eighth. And Adam Odd, the number 9, hitting second baseman this afternoon.
And for the third time this season, it'll be Owen McNeil, the starting pitcher for the Kitchener Panthers against the Barrie Baycats. In those first 2 starts, he's gone 9 2/3 innings combined. He's allowed 11 earned runs, had 10 strikeouts. So that's an ERA of 10.24 in those 2 appearances. He's allowed 13 hits and 5 walks as well. 5 home runs in those 2 outings as well.
Baycats have hit him very well. An interesting decision to put him back out a third time to face the same lineup, but he is out here this afternoon to take on the Barrie Baycats once again. Noel McGarry-Doyle comes to the plate. McNeil, 24-year-old native of Georgetown. Kicks and deals. First pitch. And it's a called strike, 0-1. McGarry-Doyle leading the Baycats among active players with a .413 batting average. 4 of the 9 hitters in the Baycats lineup this afternoon are hitting .330 or better.
McGarry-Doyle doubled the lead off the game yesterday in Brantford.
Swings and he hits a high pop-up back on the outfield grass. It'll be the shortstop coming over to make the catch, 1 away.
Let's give you the defense for the Panthers behind Owen McNeil. It's Matteo Zeppieri in left field, Ruto Osawa in center, Yosvani Penalve in right, Yusuke Fuji at third base, Charlie Tower the shortstop, AJ Karosis is at second, Jordan Mandalay is at first, and the catcher is the veteran Junior Ibarra.
Brandon Hernandez, .277 average in 26 games. McNeil's offering is fouled off the screen. Strike 1.
Hit his second home run of the season yesterday, and it was actually to the pull side, something that he hasn't done in a long time, he was telling us after the game yesterday.
Here's the pitch, and that's a fastball for a strike, 1-1 or 0-2 now. Excuse me, to Brandon Hernandez.
Hernandez was telling us yesterday he hadn't had a home run to the pull side since 2019 when he was in Dominican Summer League.
High fastball, and the count is 1-2. His brother Francisco is on deck. Here's the pitch from McNeil. Lifted foul left side. A little bit of sunshine coming through the clouds now. This otherwise overcast afternoon. bit of humidity, but still very comfortable out there on the field today. Owen McNeil is ready. 1-2 pitch to Brandon Hernandez. Fouled again, left side. These teams meet again at Jack Couch Park Sunday, August 3rd, 2 p.m., and then they're back here in Springwater just 6 days later. 5 regular season matchups between the Panthers and the Baycats this season. It's a 2-2 count to Brandon Hernandez. Waggles the bat. He's ready. McNeil deals, and Hernandez checking his swing. They appeal at third. He did not go. And that will give us a 3-2 count. Count is 3-2. McNeil comes to the set position. He kicks and deals. Outside ball 4. Baycats get their first base runner.
Well, Baycats got started scoring early yesterday. 4 runs in the first inning in Brantford. Francisco in that number 3 spot was a part of it. He walked himself and later scored. So it seems like early on, the kind of a new look lineup with Francisco Hernandez in that 3rd spot is starting to work out for these Baycats.
Yeah, that lead last night in Brantford evaporated pretty quickly in that 8th inning, a near catastrophe. The Red Sox exploding for a 5-run 8th. Carlos Sano came in to put out the damage and finish off the ball game. Francisco out hitting his brother and teammate, 344 his average, 27 games. Inside. So it's a 1-1 count to Francisco. Nolan Macabrota on deck. Center field, straight away. And an easy catch for Runta Osawa. 2 down.
Hard hit off the bat of Hernandez right away, and we've seen that from him in the last couple games since he's gone back to the lineup full time. Still has that bat to ball power.
This man will be getting his home run swing ready for tomorrow's game and home run derby. Nolan Macabrota. That's with the runner on and 2 out here in the first. A big swing and a miss. Couldn't connect. Strike 1. It's a Junior Baycats Saturday afternoon. Lots of kids here in the crowd today, and seeing a lot of Barrie Minor baseball jerseys. The Avengers, well represented, wearing their bright red jerseys, chasing down the foul balls. They've been busy.
Seems like in some respects that grounds crew delay has kind of helped out the crowd a little bit. We've seen more people kind of shuffle in, within that last half an hour or so.
Now we started 16 minutes late today, a 4:21 first pitch, as the grounds crew finished off some maintenance. There's a ball to throw down to second with a runner going, and they got him. Brandon Hernandez thrown out on a nice throw by Junior Ibarra, and that will do it in the bottom of the first inning. So we're still scoreless between Kitchener and Barrie after 1 here at Athletic Kulture Stadium.
Thinking about doing a renovation but don't know where to find the best prices and quality? Go to Reno Liquidation Depot, where you'll find vanities, flooring, toilets, exterior doors, and so much more. Visit Reno Liquidation Depot today.
Step up to the plate at Park Place. The latest fashion, delicious dining, exciting entertainment. Hungry after the game? Stop by one of their patios or grab a sweet treat for a grand slam of flavors to satisfy every craving. Park Place, where every visit is a home run. The only North Barrie Market, your go-to for homemade meals, catering service, and the freshest locally sourced meat. Get ready for an unforgettable barbecue experience with Barrie Best Barbecue coming soon. All at North Barrie Market, 580 Bayfield.
First inning of play was brought to you by Park Place, Barrie's Grand Slam destination for dining, shopping, and fun. See you after the game.
Maddie Gale has her iced coffee on this hot Saturday afternoon and a live report for us. What's going on, Maddie?
It's warm out here, Ben. Need the iced coffee. Thank you. New Kitchener Panthers pitching coach Pete Kiefer is bringing a lifetime of baseball experience to this role. He told me about his playing days at Aucoin, and he told me he's actually played baseball at both the highest and lowest stadiums in the world. He said mentally and physically. He's traveled to over 18 countries to play and coach baseball, and now he's excited to be leading this Panthers team. His younger son's already playing for the Kitchener's junior team, and he said his older son might be joining the Panthers next season as he just finished school, so it's a family affair.
I didn't even know baseball was played in 18 countries. I can probably name 10 or 12. Can you?
Off the top of my head, I probably only could have named like maybe 9, 10.
Yeah.
At least that I've like seen or like heard of players that have come out of those countries or seen baseball physically played there.
That's pretty amazing. It is a worldwide game.
He was telling us, so the highest park that he's played in, manager Pete Kiefer, was in La Paz, Bolivia, which is about 2 miles above sea level. And then you go to the Netherlands, which is basically at sea level. Baseball has grown exponentially over the Netherlands, let alone the Caribbean and more of those Dutch constituent countries down there as well. So baseball's a booming sport.
So games played at sea level would be involve high humidity, I would expect.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, muggy conditions. Bit of a delay as Andy Vargas was making his way down to handle coaching duties at first base. Looks like we are set. Junior Ibarra is at the plate. What a throw to catch Hernandez to end the bottom of the first inning. Works the count 2-0 here.
Just saying during the break, Ben, you can't run on Junior Ibarra. He's undoubtedly one of, if not the best defensive catcher in this league.
A little flare left center field, and a great diving catch by Tristan Clark. One down in the second.
He just keeps being able to come up with these incredible diving catches and saving the skin of these Baycats pitchers. Ever so valuable in left field, Tristan Clark.
Incredible range, and we've seen him make those athletic diving catches all season long. What a treat it'll be to see him in the All-Star game tomorrow in Hamilton as a starter. Our own Josh Matlow will be managing the North All-Stars. Let's not forget about him. We've mentioned the players, but he'll be the bench boss for the North Division.
Second year in a row.
Yeah, there was a ball in the dirt.
Pitch is high. Count is 2-0.
Yeah, second year in a row, Josh Matlow will manage the north side in the All-Star game. Haven't got confirmation if any of the other Baycats coaches will be making the trip, but that was the case last year.
I've always wondered if all-star managers get a chance to learn some things about players on other teams when they're managing them in the all-star game. They get to see them up close. Maybe just little small, finer points here and there that maybe help them out.
I'm sure that's definitely the case. I mean,
you got to manage against these guys all season long. There's a called strike.
And Matlow's smart enough to know that he should be picking up on that kind of thing when the opportunity arises, right?
The nuances and tendencies of some of these players that you're battling hard against all season. And Rosado wastes one away, and it's 3-2 now. Nice job by Osawa to work the count full. One out here in the second. Jackfish manager Brian Essery will be handling bench boss duties for the South Division. 3-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Brought to you by IMP North. There's 2 out in the inning. So Essery and Matlow, a rematch of the 2023 IBL Championship Series.
Well, again, like I mentioned from last year, again, it's the same managerial kind of matchup in the All-Star game, too. It's always funny how those two managers seem to meet up.
2 away, and here's Yusuke Fuji.
A switch hitter batting from the left side.
Called strike to Fuji, 0-1.
Not that many switch hitters in the IBL. Only about 4 or 5.
Down the line, and it'll roll foul. And the count is 0-2. Definitely an asset when you can hit from both sides of the plate and keep yourself in the lineup, regardless of who's on the mound. To stay out of those platoon situations that might put some limitations on your appearances over the course of a season.
Well, Osawa definitely much better against right-handed pitching this year than he is against left. 406 average this year against right-handed pitching. That leads the team. Meanwhile, against lefties, he's hitting just 222.
Looks like Fuji wants a new bat, so we've got another delay. Boy, could we have any more delays in 2 innings of baseball? Looks like he's got what he wants.
Not sure if he just needed more tar on it or if he actually broke his bat on that pitch. It looks like it jammed him a little bit, that ball that went up the left field, left third base line a little bit.
No balls, 2 strikes. Rosado is ready. And here it comes. Missed low. Johnston trying to frame that one to get the call. Didn't get it. Pulled it back up into the strike zone, but
it was a really nice take there by Fuji.
pitch to Fuji. Fouls it away. Rosado getting his 42nd strikeout moments ago. Would love one to end the second here. He's got a 1-2 count on Yusuke Fuji, the third baseman. The crowd is behind him. Rosado deals. And that one's low. Count is even 2-2.
Pardon me, Fuji hitting .317 against right-handers this year. That's 5th on the Panthers, but just .182 against lefties.
Two and two. Rosado takes a deep breath, holds the glove high, and he delivers. Hit weakly, back to the mound. Rosado makes the throw to first. It's in time for the outs. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Panthers in the second. Bottom half on the way. Scoreless between Kitchener and Barrie here at Athletic Kulture Stadium.
Highview Contracting Group in Barrie and Simcoe County, offering award-winning hardscape, interlocking, pools, excavation, and more. Call 705-985-7669 or highviewcontracting.ca. Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May.
Second inning of play is brought to you by JC Unlimited Contracting. Design, supply, build, renovate, servicing Simcoe region for over a decade.
Nolan Macabrota will get a fresh count as he steps up to the plate here to start the bottom of the second inning. He was up to bat when Brandon Hernandez was thrown out on an outstanding throw by Junior Ibarra to end the bottom of the first. He'll try to get Barrie's first hit of the afternoon here. You mentioned the outstanding arm of Ibarra. Probably no one as good as him at throwing out runners in the IBL this season. The other catcher that comes to my mind is the guy we saw here on Thursday night, Matthew Ward.
Absolutely, and Ibarra threw out Clayton Keys at back pick on Sunday night's game, kind of showing off that arm of his as well.
So the Baycats seeing two of the league's most outstanding catchers here, back-to-back games at home. Thursday night and here this afternoon.
Ibarra's 10 for 47 in throwing out runners this year.
1 ball and 1 strike.
Which isn't the most in the league. It's second most, or tied for second, with Justin Mora, but Mitsuki Fukuda of Chatham-Kent, 14 for 36 this year.
One pitch. Inside, 2 balls and a strike to Macabrota. Another all-star on deck, Tristan Clark. He'll bat behind Macabrota here this afternoon. Here's the pitch. And it's a base hit to right field. This telecast is presented by the authority of the Intercounty Baseball League and the Barrie Baycats Baseball Club. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent. Any rebroadcast, reproduction, or retransmission in any form is strictly prohibited. Tristan Clark takes his .349 average to the plate. Well, if you had have told anybody around here that the Baycat rookie would be hitting just a hair under .350 after 27 games, he'd be pretty ecstatic.
I'm not sure if, because of his age, he can win Rookie of the Year. I mean, he's a clear-cut favorite in my opinion.
8 homers, 26 RBIs, leads the Baycats in both of those categories. Hits this on the ground to short, to second for 1, the relay to first. It's an easy 6-4-3 double play off the bat of Tristan Clark.
Right fielder number 4, Willie Garcia.
Willie Garcia will come to the plate for the Baycats. So the Baycats' first hit of the afternoon quickly erased, and there's 2 down for Garcia.
Well, Clark hit that ball so hard to Towers it short. It was an easy and quick double play, even though Clark runs so well.
You're always trying to hit that ball as hard as you can, but in a double play situation like that, it can really work against you. 1-0 the count. Pitch for McNeil. Outside, 2-0. The wind blowing in this afternoon from center field. McNeil delivers, and he gets a called strike with a fastball, 2-1. Willie Garcia hitting .272 coming into this afternoon. 4 homers, 17 RBIs. And it's a foul tip into the glove, strike 2.
Yeah, Garcia, kind of an off day yesterday, didn't travel with the team to Brantford. Saying he tweaked something in his hamstring on the game against Guelph, going into second base, but seems to be okay. Not kind of damage that Francisco Hernandez had in Chatham Kent, but Garcia back in the lineup today.
We'll see if that's tested at all today as he plays in right field. He's been kind of back and forth between DH and the right field spot. This line drive right into the glove of Charlie Towers for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Baycats quickly and quietly in the 2nd. Still no score between Kitchener and Barrie here at Athletic Kulture Stadium.
The Collingwood Brewery at 10 Sanford Fleming, producing delicious lagers, ales, and seltzers since 2014. The proud home of the Baycats Brew. Check out their retail shop and tap room and select products at the LCBO, beer store, and grocery stores. Cheers, and go Baycats!
Join us this summer at the Baycats Summer Baseball Camp. See you this summer!
What if a thrift store could change lives? Barrie Families Unite is making it happen. Essential needs support for those families in our community who need it most. Charity gives. Dignity empowers.
Saturday afternoon at Athletic Kulture Stadium. Ben Davy, Julius, Hern, Matty Gale, and a scoreless tie between the Panthers and the Baycats. Kitchener coming to bat to face Cesar Rosado here in the top of the 3rd inning. Trent Lawson, the number 8 hitter in DH, to lead it off. Rosado making his 10th appearance of 2025 this afternoon. First pitch low and in.
Lawson just .219 average on the season in 27 games.
Really looking for a strong second half. In the lineup is the DH here this afternoon. Number 9 hitter AJ Carosis is on deck. Cesar Rosado with the pitch. And that one misses low and away.
Lawson's played both games against Barrie. Just 1 for 6. Has an RBI, though. Was hit by a pitch as well.
Waits for the 2-1 from Cesar Rosado. Here it comes. Outside. Rosado behind now, 3-1. Just one hit for each side through 2 innings here this afternoon. Rosado's pitch. Fouled off over the screen. And into the parking lot. Three balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the crowd behind Rosado. 1 strikeout today so far. Make it 2. Strikeout for IMP North as Lawson goes down looking.
Absolutely perfect slider from Cesar Rosado. Froze Trent Lawson in his place.
Not sure what he was looking for, but it wasn't that. Corosas, the number 9 hitter now for the Panthers. Rosado has retired 5 in a row after a single by Penalve in the top of the first inning. Pitch to Corosas. He's taking. It's a strike. Rosado with the 0-1 pitch. Missed on that offering. Curveball down and in. They appeal at third to see if he went. He didn't, according to Adam Sims.
Corosas didn't face Rosado Sunday in Kitchener, but the key for him is going to have to be keeping the strikeout totals down. Multiple strikeouts each of his last 4 games.
1 ball, 1 strike. Hits this one past the first baseman and into right field for a base hit. Real nice effort by Noah Hall, laying out for that. Just couldn't come up with it. That was a rocket. And Corosas gets the second hit of the afternoon for Kitchener. Jordan Mandalay, the first baseman and leadoff hitter. Bats with a man on and 1 out here in the 3rd inning. Panthers get the number 9 hitter aboard. Rosado to Mandalay. Shows bunt, pulls it back. It's a called strike.
Someone's phone is vibrating on the desk out there.
Corosas has attempted just 2 steals. He has swiped both of them. Takes the lead at first. Hull holding him on. Middle infield playing Mandalay pretty much straight away. A little over to the right is Adam Odd. Here's the pitch. It's in the dirt. Nice block by Andrew Johnston to make sure the base runner, Corosas, stays right where he is. Corosas the lead at first. Hull holding him on. Rosado, glove up high, looks in. Gets the sign, runner goes. Pitch on the ground, it is through into right field.
Hit the base runner.
So Corosas is out. And fortunate for Adam Odd, who was going the other direction. The ball ended up being behind him, but base runner hit by a batted ball. He's out.
Corosas' lead at first base was very minimal. Even with a hit and run play on, you'd think he'd be maybe a stride and a half or so further off from first base. Would have been a perfectly executed hit and run otherwise. Had Adam Odd breaking towards second base, and Corosas would have had third base easily.
So for Mandalay, that's not a fielder's choice and it's not a hit. How does that get scored? The base runner hit with a batted ball. Base runner interference, I guess. Yeah, we haven't had that happen here at this ballpark, this year at least.
I think it scored a hit. It scored a single.
Okay, so that will be the third hit for the Panthers this afternoon. Well, most days at the ballpark, you see something of a rarity, and that was one right there. This one lined over second into center field for a base hit. Cutting it off, Noel McGarry-Doyle, and runners on the corners, or first and second, excuse me. Ziperi is aboard. Mandalay to second. 2 out.
Right fielder, number 67, Yosvani Penalve.
You can imagine Carosas being hit with that ball. Really lucky for Rosado. I'm sure that Carosas would have scored on that base hit from Ziperi.
Yeah, he definitely would have.
Noel McGarry-Doyle playing fairly deep in center on that base hit.
Mandalay at second, Ziperi at first. And that ball bounces. Johnston looking for it. It's all the way back at the screen. And the runners advance. Mandalay to third, Ziperi at second now.
Wasn't sure if that ball was spiked or it went off of Johnston. He wasn't sure where it was. He had no clue.
I think it hit off home plate.
I think so too. Home plate umpire David Phillips even patting the plate down.
Took a very lively carom off the plate. Johnston lost sight of it. Wouldn't have been able to get either of those runners anyways. So 2 in scoring position and a chance for the Panthers to get on the board. Dangerous hitter at the plate. Penalve. Tall left-handed bat. Calls time. And it's granted. And he'll get ready once again. Pitch is low and in.
Rosado trying with the breaking ball. Couldn't find it again against Penalve. Just drifts further in.
Never quite sure if the base runners are stealing signs, but Ziperi, it's worth noting, was making some very noticeable gestures prior to that last pitch. Not sure if he was trying to tip off something to Penalve. Stands still as a statue here as Johnston puts the sign down. Now he's swinging that right arm around and time is called.
Yeah, you can see maybe Danger Johnson starting to notice it here.
Could be a case of sign stealing, or it could just be a case of Ziperi trying to distract Rosado.
Well, Rosado wasn't looking back at him much.
You saw what I saw, though, that arm swinging.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
He was doing something on the pitch before that, too, with both arms.
Sign stealing. Illegal. Get them out of here. Fine them. Eject them. Suspend them.
Always fun to watch and guess what kind of dynamics might be going on with the base runners and the infielders. Looks like they're just going to send Penalve to first here. Load the bases.
The shortstop, number 7, Charlie.
It was a 3-0 count. And a hitter like Penalve, you give him anything in the zone, especially if even if you're gonna try and pitch him outside. Something in the zone is gonna be, it's gonna look big to him. 350 hitter.
So Johnston more than likely changing up the signs here with Cesar Rosado, just in the event that the Panthers had picked something up. First pitch from Rosado, that's low. Nowhere to put Towers here, bases loaded. Panthers looking to get on the board.
Rosado got the soft contact from Towers to end the first inning. That was the previous time where the first run of the game was 90 feet away.
Towers hitting .239 coming into today. Rosado at the belt. Kicks and deals. Low and in, check swing, did he go? Did not see a signal either way from Jared Merkley. Count is 1-1. Rosado with the delivery. On the ground, Weekly right back to Rosado. Handles it, makes the throw. It's in time for the out. So the Panthers strand the bases loaded in the top of the third inning. Still no score here at Athletic Kulture Stadium in Springwater Township.
Hi, I'm Chrissy Fentz from 400 Chrysler and Barrie Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. This year, we are the community partners of the Barrie Baycats. Community is near and dear to our hearts here at the dealerships and one of our core values, so we can support local and shop local.
Visit Alliance Billiards and Sports in the northeast end of Barrie. A fun, friendly family environment offering pool, darts, karaoke, and live entertainment. Enjoy a large variety of delicious food and drinks on the patio. You'll come as a stranger and leave as a friend.
It's the 2025 IBL Home Run Derby and All-Star Game, hosted by the Hamilton Cardinals at beautiful Bernie Arbor Stadium. Watch the league's top sluggers crush moonshots in the Derby. Then see the best of the best go head-to-head under the lights in the All-Star Game.
Third inning of play is brought to you by Render 3D Quick, the #1 architectural 3D rendering company in Canada, working with thousands of builders, developers, architects, and more.
Junior Baycats in the house on this Saturday afternoon, and we got a Junior Baycat PA announcer on the mic for Rob Daniels, as is customary on these Saturday afternoon games. Great to see all the team jerseys in the crowd here this afternoon as kids enjoy some baseball and some activities down the right field line as well. Bottom third of the order for Barrie. Noah Hull takes the first pitch, ball one.
Fuji kind of playing a little bit shallow at third base. He was approaching the plate on that last pitch to Noah Hull. Hull did place a bunt down on Sunday in Kitchener.
Hits this one to center field. Calling for it is Osawa, and he's got it for the out. One down. Andrew Johnston, the catcher. Johnston in the lineup for just the 11th time this season. 125, looking to pick up that pace offensively here in the second half of the season for the Baycats. Settling in behind the plate quite nicely as a backup for Tyler Plumpton this season. Swing and a miss on the first pitch from McNeil, strike one. Baycats just one hit so far off McNeil. That was off the bat of Nolan Macabrota in the second. And he was quickly eliminated on a double play. This one through under the second baseman, A.J. Carosis. It's a base hit for Andrew Johnston.
That's gotta be a hit.
Luckily, it went off the glove of Owen McNeil. He tried to make a stab at it as the ball went by him. But really good bat on the ball there from Andrew Johnston.
Yeah, I think it was redirected, but gave Carosis a chance to make a diving play, and it got by him.
Second hit against the Panthers this season.
Bottom 3, 4 in the order for the Baycats has been very productive this season. try to get something going here in this bottom of the third inning. Adam Odd, the number 9 hitter today. And he drives this one to right field, and it'll bounce in front of Penalve. Rounding second is Johnston. Odd thinking about 2. He's in. Rounding third comes Johnston all the way home as they're late with the throw. Odd goes all the way to third, and the Baycats get on the board first.
Really risky play there from Yosvani Penalve. Charged in that ball too hard. It short hopped him kind of in his feet and got all the way past him and all the way to the wall. He was about halfway in when you compare the infield to the warning track. And Runta Osawa had to back him up and go a long way to get that baseball, allowing Adam on to take 3.
That's the first triple of the season for Adam Odd. Great base running by Andrew Johnson to get the game's first run home for Barrie. Back to the top of the order for Noel McGarry-Doyle. For Odd, just his 3rd RBI this season. Limited action. He's in just his 9th game here this afternoon. Expected to be a very key contributor returning to the Baycats lineup these final few weeks of the regular season. Delivering with a big RBI there. Here's the pitch from McNeil. And that one's fouled off. McGarry-Doyle 0 for 1 today. Had a couple of hits yesterday in Brantford. Gets settled into the box.
Corners are playing in here for Kitchener.
Swing and a miss. Tag is applied. McGarry-Doyle down on strikes, 2 away. McNeil was pitching very well prior to that single by Andrew Johnston. Retired 5 in a row, including a double play. This man walked in the bottom of the first inning. Brandon Hernandez. Runner at third, 2 out. McNeil's first offering is high. Each team with 3 hits. Baycats up 1-0 here in the third. Owen McNeil with a pitch. That one just passed his glove to second. The throw to first is in time for the out. Carosis at second base for the Panthers. But the Baycats get on the board on an RBI triple by Adam Odd. 1-0 Barrie through 3 here at Athletic Kulture Stadium.
The only North Barrie Market, your go-to for homemade meals, catering service, and the freshest locally sourced meat. Get ready for an unforgettable barbecue experience with Barrie Best Barbecue coming soon. All at North Barrie Market, 580 Bayfield.
Thinking about doing a renovation but don't know where to find the best prices and quality? Go to Reno Liquidation Depot, where you'll find vanities, flooring, toilets, exterior doors, and so much more. Visit Reno Liquidation Depot today.
Step up to the plate at Park Place. The latest fashion, delicious dining, exciting entertainment. Hungry after the game? Stop by one of their patios or grab a sweet treat for a grand slam of flavors to satisfy every craving. Park Place, where every visit is a home run.
Armstrong Barber Lounge.
Time for the fourth inning here in Springwater Township. It's Ben Davy, Julius Hern, and Matty Gale at Athletic Kulture Stadium. Baycats looking to head into the All-Star game with a win. And they're up 1-0 over the Panthers after 3. Junior Ibarra to lead it off for Kitchener. 0 for 1 today. Rosado's first pitch to him is low, ball 1. Baycats will head to Guelph on Tuesday night and then back here for our next home game on Thursday against Toronto. We have not seen the Maple Leafs since they upset the Baycats home opener party here on the first game of the season back in May.
And that was an extra innings affair. Dennis Day banning that go-ahead home run in the 10th inning off of Brad Grieveson.
They've had a couple of hotly contested battles at Christie Pitts since then. That Toronto-Barrie rivalry is shaping up to be as fierce as ever here in 2025. Time is called as Ibarra looked like he had something in his eye.
Well, and they have another matchup in Toronto the following week on the 30th. So a couple times a 400 rivalry, will occur within a week.
Yeah, emotions have been high, those games at Christie Pitts in particular. Two teams that battle each other very hard. 2 balls and a strike here to Ibarra. Pitch from Rosado. High and inside. Count now 3-1. Rosado to the set position, looks in, gets the sign, and he delivers. Defensive swing by Ibarra to keep the at-bat going. 3-2 now.
Ibarra, not an import player this year. Settled in, he's become not sure what the term for it is, not quite a citizen, but a domestic Canadian.
Similar situation to Juan Benitez with the
Yes.
Baycats, I would assume. That one just got away from Rosado, ball 4, all the way to the backstop. It's a walk for Ibarra, leadoff man on here in the 4th.
But Ibarra came over to Kitchener in 23, and it was so important to him to stick around in Canada and get that domestic status. He turned down an invite to represent Cuba at the Pan Am Games. An international opportunity to stick around in Canada.
Yeah, you were mentioning the strong contingent of Cuban-born players that have really been a big part of the Panthers roster in recent years.
Mike Beamer, former general manager, a big part of that. He's still part of the team as a scout.
The Baycats have never really tapped into Cuban players in recent years, but Dominican ball players have certainly been a big part of the roster.
Yeah, all 5 of the Baycats imports are Dominican, including Rosado and Willie Garcia are on the field. Both the Hernandez brothers have Venezuelan ties, but they're born in Canada, from Montreal.
Runta Osawa with a 1-0 count here. Rosado with a pitch, and it's lifted high and well foul off the roof of the stadium bar, and it rolls over towards the fence. Rosado with 2 walks, one of them intentional. Panthers stranded, the bases loaded in the 3rd. Out hitting Barrie 4-3, but trailing 1-0. Here's the pitch, and it's fouled over our heads. 1-2 now the count.
Well, Sawa put a good swing on that one. It was another curveball there from Rosado and just got under it.
Another lively crowd here at Athletic Kulture Stadium. 2 strikes behind Cesar Rosado. Osawa is ready. Rosado's pitch. Went off speed, and it's off the end of the bat, foul over near the Barrie dugout. Rosado had a strikeout in the second, one in the third. Let's see if he can get one here in the fourth. 1-2 the count. Runner leads. Pitch. And it's off the inside part of the bat. Behind the bag at first. Nice catch by Adam Odd. Sprinting over to his right. So one out for Yusuke Fuji.
Third baseman number 5, Yusuke Fuji.
That pitch jammed Osawa. Didn't get much on it, and it hung up high enough for Odd to get in a position. Noah Hull in there as well.
Big first out, could be double play here.
Fuji grounded out weakly to end the second, and he lifts that one foul over near his own bullpen.
Talking about this during the commercial break, but Fuji leads the team in strikeouts, 42 coming into today, but he's still second on the team with a 402 on base percentage coming into today. Leading the team in walks, a big part of that with 19.
Takes that high fastball, count 1-1. He's not the only player in the IBL with a stat situation like that. Very similar to Ryan DeSantos of the Toronto Maple Leafs. High strikeouts, high walks, leads the IBL in runs scored. Well, his average, last I checked, well below 250.
Dos Santos second in the IBL in runs scored coming in today, 33. It's
leadoff hitter for a very high run-producing team in Toronto.
Jonah Weisner coming in today, 37 runs leading the IBL with the Jackfish.
It's a 2-1 count here to Fuji. Andrew Johnston puts down the signs for Cesar Rosado. Nods as he gets the one he wants and comes to the set position. Rosado's pitch. Hit weakly off the inside part of the bat. It's foul. That caught a piece of Fuji as well. Might have jammed him on the inside of the bat handle.
I think he fouled it off his ankle. You see that downward trajectory as soon as it got off the bat.
He was kind of wringing his hands a little bit too. Maybe that got some vibration off that bat, the way that pitch jammed him. So try to walk off a couple of things perhaps here. Looks like he's going to be okay. Just needs a moment.
I wish I had another shot of him. He's covered by the pole.
Rosado takes advantage of the little injury timeout here to have a quick discussion with his teammate Francisco Hernandez over at third base. Nice hand from the crowd here, appreciating the efforts of Fuji as he'll dig back in for a 2-2 pitch against Rosado. Ibarra, the runner at first. Noah Hull holding him on. One out in the inning. Let's see if Rosado jams him right back inside again with another one. Here's the pitch. And he does. It's inside. Here's the throw down with the runner going, and it's a bad throw. Goes all the way into center field. Up to third goes Ibarra, sliding. And they still want to appeal at first to see if Fuji went. They will say he did. That is a strikeout, as signaled by home plate umpire David Phillips. So it's a strikeout for IMP North. Fuji retired.
Yeah, same ruling as we saw earlier in the game with Yosvani Penalve, stolen base, and then Ibarra gets third base on another throwing error there from Andrew Johnston. That one way farther away from the bag this time on the first base side than it was in the first inning.
Yeah, that one unfortunately not even in the neighborhood, and that allowed Ibarra to take an extra 90 feet. So. And that one goes all the way to the backstop, and in to score comes Junior Ibarra.
What do you call that, a wild pitch or a pass ball?
Panthers tie the game at 1. And they're calling that a pass ball.
Yeah, tough inning here for Andrew Johnston. Throwing error advances the runner to third base, and there a pitch later. Pass ball scores a run.
Trent Lawson at the plate and an 0-1 count.
2 errors on the board for Barrie. 2 errors.
Shows bunt, pulls it back. Pitch is low and away. So second Barrie error of the game.
No, there should be 2, not add 2. No, there should be 2.
Cesar Rosado tries to limit the Panthers to just 1 run here in this 4th inning. Bases are empty behind him. Here's the pitch. That's low and away again. So Rosado struggling to find the strike zone a little bit here in the 4th. Despite getting a strikeout. 2 balls and a strike. Rosado to Lawson. And that's in the dirt as well. 3-1.
Rosado having a tough time controlling his pitches in this inning.
Baycat bullpen quiet. They want a lot more than 4 innings out of Rosado here today. The plate kind of moving around on him a little bit here.
Well, similar to yesterday, not a whole lot of arms available either. They're going to need everything they can get out of Rosado.
3-1. Gets that one over for a called strike. Lawson was taking all the way.
I know Adam Kahn, Chris Nagorski are available. Braden Packle is in the park. I don't think he's available. He pitched for the 22U team in a start yesterday.
3-2. Outside ball 4. They appealed to first to see if he went. He did not, says Jared Merkley. Second walk of the inning for Cesar Rosado. 1 on, 1 in, and it's the number 9 hitter, AJ Carrozas.
Second baseman, number 11, AJ Carrozas.
So the Panthers with a nice little opportunity here to get their first lead of the game. Carrozas will try to keep this inning going and turn it over to the top of the order. Lawson 3 for 5 in steal attempts this season. Takes the lead here at first. Does not go. First pitch. Inside corner for a strike.
Carrozas had that base hit in the second inning, but that was the one that, or pardon me, yeah, he had a base hit, then was hit by the batted ball by Jordan Mandalay.
Runner goes. Hit and run is on, and it's into center field for a base hit. Rounding second comes Lawson and changes his mind, and he falls, and the tag is applied. An unfortunate end to the inning for the Panthers, as any rally hopes there are quickly extinguished by the Barrie Baycats, but they do get on the board and make it a 1-1 tie. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning here at Athletic Kulture Stadium. Baycats and Panthers on Rogers TV and Baycats TV on YouTube.
Highview Contracting Group in Barrie and Simcoe County, offering award-winning hardscape, interlocking, pools, excavation, and more. Call 705-985-7669 or highviewcontracting.ca. Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May.
This fourth inning of play is brought to you by Vintage Throne Barber Lounge, redefining gentlemen one community at a time.
Owen McNeil out for his fourth inning of work for the Kitchener Panthers this afternoon. And here comes Francisco Hernandez to try to get Barrie's lead back. 1-1 tie with the Panthers getting on the board in the top half of this fourth inning. Panthers manufacturing a run on a walk to Junior Ibarra, a stolen base, a throwing error, and a pass ball. A little bit of everything in that scoring sequence for Kitchener to break the goose egg and get on the board here today.
And they're still out hitting Barrie 5-3.
Foul back off the top of the bat of Hernandez, strike one.
Wow, no charge?
Oh, 1 pitch from McNeil is inside, and the count is 1-1. Francisco, as we mentioned, an all-star invitee, unable to play, along with Baycat Ryan Rio. Both having outstanding first halves of 2025. Fastball laying off it is Hernandez.
Well, Rio will be there as an honorary captain for the north side. Haven't confirmed if Francisco Hernandez will be at Bernie Arbor Memorial Stadium, but
to third, scooped up by Yusuke Fuji. Throw to first is in time, one away. And I understand you have the honor, partner, of doing a little bit of on-field reporting during the All-Star game as well, so you'll be on that broadcast for any of our Baycats viewers who will be tuning into that.
That's going to be fun. I imagine I'll be the sideline reporter for the north side. I know Reese Damani, you might know him from the Well and Jackfish broadcast. He'll be doing some on-field reporting as well, I'm assuming, for the south side. It's going to be a really nice production. It's going to be 8+ cameras, I've been told, so.
Well, I'm thrilled for you and really happy that we get to send an all-star from our broadcast crew to represent the Baycats in Hamilton as well.
I'm excited. It's going to be a fun time.
I'm sure it'll be a who's who of IBL broadcasters.
Oh, absolutely. Last year it was a little bit too. Kind of get to mingle with a lot of the other media members around the league, so.
Fastball for a strike for McNeil.
Surely be a fun time in Hamilton, that's for sure.
1 ball, 1 strike. Nolan Macabrota. Here's the pitch. Fouled it back. 1-2.
Well, you mentioned this man at the plate, Nolan Macabrota. He'll be in the home run derby. Baycats didn't have a representative in the home run derby last year, so it's going to be nice for Baycats fans to see their team represented in a big event. Tyler Duncan of Hamilton comes in as the reigning champ.
Pitch from McNeil on the way. Bounces up to the plate. Count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Duncan defeated Josh Garton 10-8 in the final round of the home run derby at Welland Stadium last year. Some pretty big names in that derby last year. Caden Cardoso, Starling Joseph, and John Salazzo.
That's Macabrota's first round matchup. John Salazzo, he lost in the first round to Joseph. But first time Salazzo will be doing it in a Cardinals uniform. 2 Cardinals in the home run derby this year.
Well, the crowd will be behind him, you know for sure.
Absolutely.
Fouled off to the left. So Oh, nice to see some fresh faces in the 2025 crop of Home Run Derby participants this year. Two balls, two strikes. Macabrota is ready. McNeil delivers. Taking all the way. A good take on that 2-2 pitch to force the count full, 3-2.
And the big story for me with Macabrota here in the Home Run Derby is Noah Hull is going to be his pitcher.
Oh, wow.
So it's been a kind of a work in progress for Noah Hull to get that training, and he's more nervous than Macabrota is.
Swing and a miss. Macabrota down, 2 away in the inning. Here's Tristan Clark, the left fielder. Here's a guy we could see in a Home Run Derby someday. Power bat in the Baycat roster this year.
Yeah, only starter for the Baycats in the All-Star game tomorrow. Easy selection for a starting spot, in my opinion.
Junior Ibarra signaling to the infielders. There are 2 away. Just to make sure everybody's aware of the situation here. First pitch is outside to Clark. Two outs, we're in the 4th. McNeil delivers, low and outside, 2-0. McNeil has retired 4 in a row. Only 3 Baycats hit so far this afternoon. Here's the pitch. Gets that one over for a strike, 2-1. McNeil to the belt. Fouled off at home plate. We've had a few of those this afternoon.
Each of the first 2 innings, Owen McNeil retired the first 3 batters he saw. In the first, it was Brandon Hernandez in an inning-ending caught stealing Junior Ibarra, throwing him out at second base. But in the second inning, a double play grounded into by Tristan Clark.
Pretty clean start for McNeil so far here in his 4th inning of work. Here's the pitch. And Clark with a line drive to the shortstop, Charlie Towers, going to his right, makes the catch. Baycats go 3 up, 3 down here in the 4th inning. 1-1 tie between the Panthers and the Baycats here at Athletic Kulture Stadium in Springwater Township.
The Collingwood Brewery at 10 Sanford Fleming, producing delicious lagers, ales, and seltzers since 2014. The proud home of the Baycats Brew. Check out their retail shop and tap room, and select products at the LCBO, beer store, and grocery stores. Cheers, and go Baycats!
What if a thrift store could change lives? Barrie Families Unite is making it happen. Essential needs support for those families in our community who need it most. Charity gives. Dignity empowers.
Join us this summer at the Baycats Summer Baseball Camp.
See you this summer! Step up to the plate at Park Place. The latest fashion, delicious dining, exciting entertainment. Hungry after the game? Stop by one of their patios or grab a sweet treat for a grand slam of flavors to satisfy every craving. Park Place, where every visit is a home run.
Top of the 5th inning, Athletic Kulture Stadium. Julius, Hern, Ben, Davy, and our very own Matty Gale has more on Adam Ott, who's been back in the lineup at second base each for the last 3 games.
Thanks, Julius. Yeah, I was talking to Adam Odd before the game, and he missed a few games recently for his wedding and honeymoon. He told me coming back after that time off almost felt like the start of the season all over again, getting back into the rhythm and back into game shape. But he told me he's feeling good now and he's settling back in with the team, but he definitely realized it's hard to adjust back to the game after taking a few off.
Thank you, Maddie. It was hear from him as well earlier today, and he was saying he's a bit sore, but that's what happens when you miss so much time. And obviously a big year for him getting married. 1-1 is the score as we enter the 5th inning. It's the top of the order for the Kitchener Panthers. Jordan Mandalay, the first baseman, up against Cesar Rosado. First pitch is brushes him back inside. Score is tied. Kitchener still out hitting Barrie, however, 5-3 the hit totals. Last time the Baycats were at home, they held the Royals to just 3 hits for the game. There's a fly ball in the right field. Willie Garcia settling back. A few paces towards the warning track. He makes an easy catch to retire Mandalay.
Left fielder number 31, Mateo Zeppieri.
Here's Mateo Zeppieri, the left fielder. Mentioned it earlier, 2 home runs against the Baycats on Sunday. Rosado 3 walks today, 3 strikeouts to match that total. Here's the first pitch to Zeppieri, and it hits him. A 1-out base runner here for the Kitchener Panthers, and the umpires are going to come together here and discuss something. Obviously didn't look intentional from the perspective of Cesar Rosado. You can tell he's a bit frustrated with himself on the mound, but 3 umpires coming together to discuss this. David Phillips, the home plate umpire. Jared Merkley, the first base umpire. Adam Sims, the third base umpire. Second time Zeppieri's reached. He singled in the 3rd. And Josh Matlow takes a couple steps out of the Baycats dugout to inquire. And they've assessed warnings to each dugout. Seems a bit premature as Pete Kiefer, the manager of the Kitchener Panthers, will come out, speak with David Phillips. Josh Matlow discussing with Jared Merkley, the first base umpire. Didn't seem that there was anything to spur any bad blood between these two teams, whether that's today or even in the first 2 matchups between these teams. Yosvani Penalve waits patiently to start his at-bat. Definitely an oddly timed warning. Kiefer and Phillips still chatting it up near the home plate side. Looks like Kiefer is just pleading his case. Not sure why there were warnings issued in the first place, but we will continue with baseball here. No warm-up pitches assessed for Rosado, so he'll come back into this after the hit by pitch. This is Yosvani Penalve. Reached both of the first 2 times he's been up today. He singled and was stranded at third base in the first, and then was intentionally walked in the third. So Zeppieri hit by the pitch after Mandalay flew out to right. First pitch to Penalve is in the dirt. It gets past Johnston all the way to the backstop. Zeppieri advances to second. Yet another pass ball. A costly one for Andrew Johnston.
So I happen to be close to the field. I just listened in on a little bit of Pete Kiefer's discussion with home plate umpire David Phillips, as you would imagine, clearly upset at the fact that warnings were issued to both teams in that situation, as that clearly will affect the way that his pitcher, McNeil, can now approach the rest of the game.
So saw Zeppieri showing some signals last time he was at second base. 1-0 pitch from Rosado is low again.
Fans were a little bit impatient with the Panthers manager telling him to move the game along here and limit his discussion. He got every word in that he wanted, though, kept it very civil.
It was definitely a bit of a curious situation because, as I mentioned, there hadn't been anything that you would think that was sparking any negativity between the two sides. Rosado looks to runner back. The pitch to Penalve, it's a breaking ball outside.
Well, I can tell you the Panther dugout thought it was obvious that Rosado intentionally tried to drill, was it Zeppieri?
Yeah.
In the back? First pitch fastball in the back, and they thought it was intentional. And they were quite upset that the warning was issued to both sides in that instance.
At least the pitch didn't look intentional from our vantage point. 3-0 to Penalve. Check on Zeppieri. The throw goes off of him. So second time he's been hit by a throw from Rosado in this one. Obviously that one checking on him at second base doesn't advance.
Well, they're very lucky that caromed off him and went right to Adam Odd. If it had gone a different direction, he might have been able to grab an extra 90 feet.
Rosado comes set. 3-0 still. Dancing lead from Zeppieri at second. He bluffs to start. The pitch is a call to strike.
Close game here in this 1-1 tie. Rosado just needs to focus on the man on the plate here. Don't want to get distracted by Zeppieri too much. As he mentioned, he's been a bit of a headache on the bases already for Rosado.
Zeppieri stranded at second in the third inning when he reached on a single. Zeppieri bluffing again. That one's lined into left field. That's a base hit. Zeppieri getting the wave around. Clark comes up with a strong throw. Here's the play at the plate, and it's dropped by Johnston. Another defensive miscue from Andrew Johnston. Penalve takes second base on the throw, and the Panthers take a 2-1 lead.
Johnston thought he might have been able to recover in time to get the tag on him, but not the case, and he's a little frustrated at himself there for not fielding that throw cleanly the first time. They were waving Zeppieri in as soon as that ball touched green in the outfield. As Zeppieri was playing a little cat and mouse at second base anyways, was able to get himself a good running lead.
Well, it's a great piece of hitting there as well by Yasvani Penalve. He's reached all three times he's been up today. This is the cleanup man, Charlie Towers.
That was a great throw by Tristan Clark as well, we should point out.
On the ground to first base side. It gets past Hull. A diving stop by Adam Odd. The throw to first is in time. What a pick from Rosado. The throw to home plate is not in time. Penalve comes in to score, but what a play to get the out by Rosado and Adam Odd.
What a double play that would have been, but take nothing away from that incredible play by Adam Odd and Cesar Rosado. Coming off the mound in a hurry, I have no idea how he got over there as quickly as he did. But as soon as that ball was in play, he was moving towards first base, which is the right play for a pitcher in that situation. Somehow got over to cover the bag in time to get the batter.
Noah Hull dove for it. Adam Odd dove for it to back him up and got the ball in his glove, and Rosado looking like a first baseman making the scoop at first for the second out of the inning, but another run in for the Panthers. First pitch to Junior Ibarra. Hits him and looked like in the arm. And David Phillips barking at the Kitchener Panthers dugout.
Well, the Panthers are calling for Rosado's ejection, and warnings were issued. So,
and there's an ejection right there, possibly two. Saw two different motions there from David Phillips. Could have been two ejections, definitely one for sure. And here comes Pete Kiefer to argue his case.
So the third base coach has been ejected. We know. I think Kiefer's been ejected as well. He's going to go out and plead his case.
Well, it looked like the ejection motion was toward the dugout. It looked like Charlie Towers was still coming down the steps from his at-bat prior.
But the Panthers are saying, why isn't Rosado ejected? You just issued warnings. And I would have a hard time arguing otherwise. Whether you think the warnings were fair or not, they were issued.
Definitely seemed like because of the warnings, Rosado should have been ejected. I was expecting it, to be honest, from up here.
Now, having said that, a 3-1 game, I don't think Rosado's intentionally trying to hit anybody. But the point is, you issued warnings. What's the point in issuing warnings if you're not going to follow through? I think the Panthers have every right to be frustrated here.
Well, it looks like Chris Nagorski is warming up in the Baycats bullpen. He got up in a hurry, it looked like, after the warnings were issued and seemingly Rosado hit another batter.
I would do the safe bet and say the manager. These umpires are going to talk. They might eject Rosado, so keep an eye on it.
Umpires still chatting about this situation. Phillips, Merkley, and Sims together. Bullpen coming in for the Panthers, and they have a big team huddle in front of their dugout. Looks like Rosado will stay in this game, but still a rather large huddle in the dugout, or in front of the dugout, pardon me, for the Kitchener Panthers. They're trying to call time over there. Junior Ibarra at first base running what the delay is as well from his own team. Well, manager Pete Kiefer is still outside the Panthers dugout, so he might not have been any of the ones ejected. Definitely a curious situation, but time is being called here by Jared Merkley, the first base umpire. Obviously, somebody hasn't left the diamond yet. Both base umpires still waiting, and Rosado is going to start throwing here, at least get a new baseball.
Center fielder number 1, Runta Asawa.
Runta Asawa will come up now with a runner at first. 3-1 the score, 2 outs here in the 5th. That's Junior Ibarra on first. He was hit by the pitch that sparked yet another conversation. First pitch to Asawa is inside. So it doesn't look like Pete Kiefer was any of the ones ejected. Not sure who was as of right now. I'll have more on that in a little bit.
Jack, I would just say top of the 5th inning, someone was tossed.
3-1. The score is that 1-0 pitch is fouled off.
It's 6 o'clock. There's rain coming in. There's supposed to be rain coming in an hour, so I think that's better.
1-1 count, 2 out to Runta Asawa. 0 for 2 so far with a strikeout. The pitch is outside. You can tell the pace from Cesar Rosado has started to pick up. Typical of him early on in ball games, really slow to start, then speeds up. He checks on the runner, Ibarra at first. Here's the pitch to Asawa, breaking ball driven out to left field, but he'll stay in the ballpark. Tristan Clark drifts in, he makes the catch to end the frame, but the Panthers take a 3-1 lead halfway through this ball game. It's a 3-1 score in favor of Kitchener. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. You're watching Baycats TV.
friends from 400 Chrysler and Barrie Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. This year, we are the community partners of the Barrie Baycats. Community is near and dear to our hearts here at the dealerships and one of our core values, so we can support local and shop local.
Visit Alliance Billiards and Sports in the northeast end of Barrie. A fun, friendly family environment offering pool, darts, karaoke, and live entertainment. Enjoy a large variety of delicious food and drinks on the patio. You'll come as a stranger and leave as a friend.
We go to the bottom of the fifth inning at Athletic Kulture Stadium. It's brought to you by One-Eyed Jack Barrie. Bring your same-day Baycats tickets before or after a game and get 10% off your bill.
Bottom of the fifth inning, 3-1 Kitchener now, and as Ben will explain momentarily, Charlie Towers was the one ejected from the ball game. He's since been replaced by Caleb Kane-Plante. He's playing third base. Jordan Mandalay moves over to shortstop.
Jordan Mandalay goes to shortstop, Jack. And looks like strike one on Garcia.
As Garcia takes strike one.
So I got a chance to talk to Panthers manager Pete Kiefer, who was not ejected in that whole chaotic scene that unfolded in the top of the fifth inning. Towers was ejected, as you mentioned, so some defensive changes in light of that.
Mandalay is now the shortstop.
Fuji's at second base.
Oh, Yusuke Fuji's at second base.
And AJ Carosis is now at first. So a whole infield shift here in terms of defensive replacement for the Kitchener Panthers. It's now 1-2 on Willie Garcia.
Yeah, let's recap. So it's Caleb Kane-Plante at third.
Kane-Plante at third, yes.
Jordan Mandalay at short. Yusuke Fuji at second. And AJ Carosis at first.
1-2 to Garcia as a fly ball. Shallow right field. Coming in to make the play is Yosvani Penalve, one down.
So Pete Kiefer was very frustrated, as I suspected, simply with the fact that warnings were issued to both dugouts and Rosado was not ejected after hitting two Panthers in that inning. And according to Kiefer, actually signaled that he was going to hit the next batter, which was Junior Ibarra, and went ahead and did so. And there was no ejection in that situation. And hard to get an explanation for that, why you would issue warnings and not follow through when a player is hit in that same half inning.
Jack, that was an F9 for Garcia. He's ejected.
Definitely an odd situation.
So Kiefer gathered his troops in front of the Panthers dugout and just had a quick little powwow with his team and just said, let's let these guys beat themselves.
Fly ball, this time left center field. And making the catch this time is the left fielder. That's Matteo Zeppieri, 2 out now.
McNeil cruising right along. Doesn't seem to be disrupted at all by what happened in the top half of the inning. He's retired 7 in a row now.
Baycats still with just 3 hits. And that 1 run coming on that RBI triple by Adam Ott in the third.
So Zeppieri was hit by a pitch. That is when the warnings were issued. 2 batters later, Junior Ibarra was hit by Rosado. So 2 Panthers hit in the inning.
First pitch to Andrew Johnston is outside.
And Pete Kiefer doing a really nice job, I think, all things considered, just keeping his dugout calm in that situation. Obviously, they were very upset by what transpired. Kiefer's approach basically, hey, if they're going to give us base runners, we'll take them and try to hang on to this lead and win this game.
Another pitch low to Johnston. He's up in the count 2-0. Yeah, I was totally expecting an ejection from Rosado when Ibarra was hit.
And again, I don't think Rosado's trying to hit anybody in a 3-1 game, but why issue warnings? The warnings were issued, and I think that's what created this whole tension in the top half of that inning, to issue warnings and then not follow through when the second Panther was hit. I don't understand it.
Another one low to Johnston, and that's ball 4. So 2-out base runner for the Baycats.
Well, that breaks a streak of 7 in a row, retired by McNeil, but other than that, he definitely seems to be in control of this ball game.
Second walk issued by Owen McNeil in this game. The first one came in the first inning to Brandon Hernandez, who was caught stealing. This is Adam Odd, whose RBI triple is the reason the Baycats are on the board. Johnson on first base. He scored from there in that play. There's another drive. This one to straightaway center field. Going back towards the warning track and making the catch is Runto Osawa to end the inning. Adam Odd took it for a ride, but just not deep enough. Still 3-1 Panthers as we enter the 6th inning. You're watching Baycats TV.
The only North Barrie Market, your go-to for homemade meals, catering service, and the freshest locally sourced meat. Get ready for an unforgettable barbecue experience with Barrie Best Barbecue coming soon. All at North Barrie Market, 580 Bayfield.
Thinking about doing a renovation but don't know where to find the best prices and quality? Go to Reno Liquidation Depot, where you'll find vanities, flooring, toilets, exterior doors, and so much more. Visit Reno Liquidation Depot today.
Step up to the plate at Park Place. The latest fashion, delicious dining, exciting entertainment. Hungry after the game? Stop by one of their patios or grab a sweet treat for a grand slam of flavors to satisfy every craving. Park Place, where every visit is a home run.
Another edition of Musical Chairs at the ballpark in between the 5th and 6th innings. Julius Hern, Ben Davy, Matty Gill along with you. Still a 3-run lead here for the Kitchener Panthers. 1 in the 4th and 2 in the 5th for them. Cesar Osano back on the mound for inning number 6. A lot of controversy behind him remaining in this ball game, but we carry on. 3 runs on 6 hits for Kitchener, 1 on 3 for Barrie.
And I think if you're Rosado, you've got to be very careful how you pitch now in this 6th inning. You hit a third Panther, you're probably gone for sure, and probably should have been gone earlier.
This is Yusuke Fuji. First pitch is high and outside.
That's the thing, when these warnings are issued to both sides, it affects the way that these pitchers can approach the second half of the game, and they're less likely to work inside. Really changes your whole approach and your repertoire.
1-1 here on Fuji. Pitch from Rosado, foul tip into the glove, strike 2. Still a decent crowd here. Fans getting behind Rosado. Looking for his 4th strikeout. Here's the pitch. Foul off to the screen.
Can't say enough about that pitching by Owen McNeil as well in the 5th inning after everything that went down in the top half of the inning. Walks Johnson, but gets odd for the final out.
Fans ready. Here's the 1-2. Rosado's delivery, breaking ball just outside. Fuji hangs in there. It's 2-2.
Yeah, really great take. Fuji watching that pitch all the way into the glove. He's been retired twice already today.
Two now. Rosado comes set. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball again. It's outside further. This one a bit lower. Fuji very patient even though he's down on 2 strikes.
Didn't think I would be saying this at 6:15 on a summer evening, but these stadium lights should probably be coming on soon with the cloud cover that we have.
I was just thinking that. It's starting to feel dark.
We haven't had an overcast sky like this in a while.
Fastball in the dirt. Fuji works the walk, coming back from a 1-2 count. And with that, we go to our very own Maddie Gill, who wants to express what she saw from the Baycats dugout perspective in that whole incident.
Yeah, I mean, last inning was pretty hectic. There was a lot of yelling and a lot of warnings back and forth. I did notice right away that Charlie got ejected from their bench. And also, I went over there and they said that one of the coaches got ejected. Didn't specify which one. I rewatched the videos I was taking. It looked like it was the third base one as he came up and talked to the umpire. And then the home plate umpire came to the Baycats dugout and threatened to eject 2 of our players in return for all of the back and forth arguments.
Runner goes, pitches up and in. The throwdown from Johnston gets by Adama. It's blocked by Brandon Hernandez. So really brushed back there is Trent Lawson. Thank you, Maddie.
So 2 threatened ejections in the Baycats dugout? That's not something that you hear very much. And then I thought the third base coach was ejected as well, but it looks like he's still out there for the Panthers. So that's the same guy that's been out there all game. So it might have been a different coach on the Kitchener side. But
from our vantage point up here, it looked like both ejection motions from home plate umpire David Phillips were towards the dugout. So it could have been another coach that was in the dugout at the time. So Lawson on Fuji on second base. Time is called.
Rosado loves to pitch inside, and he nearly hit Lawson already once in this at-bat. He needs to be careful. If he hits a third batter in this game, I have to think his day is done.
Chris Nagorski has been warming up for about an inning or so.
With all of the emotions that have been ratcheted up in this ball game.
So Fuji gets second on the stolen base, and Brandon Hernandez does a nice job preventing another Andrew Johnston throwing error. 1-0, throw back, and that one hits Fuji in the back. Second time that Rosado's tried to pick off towards second base, hitting the base runner.
So Rosado does hit a Panther, but it's a base runner, not a man at the plate. And some more chirping coming from the Panthers dugout. Nothing incriminating there, though. That was just a simple pickoff attempt.
You see the third base coach in that situation put his hands out as if to say, what are you doing?
It was a pretty soft toss. Not a particularly good one.
Rosado comes set. This is a 1-0 pitch to Trent Lawson. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and he takes the ball, just missed on the outside part of the plate. Johnson did his best to try and frame that.
Yeah, great pitch by Rosado there. I'm not sure how he didn't get the call. Just a little bit off the plate, according to David Phillips, but sure looked to me like that could have caught the corner.
Fuji the leadoff second. Noah Hall playing very shallow in at first base and approaching the plate. Showing bunt again. That one gets into the legs of Johnson. He does enough to keep it within his reach and hold Fuji at second base. Would have been the third pass ball of the game for Andrew Johnston.
Yeah, defense has been costly behind home plate for the Baycats this afternoon, and Johnson knows in this 2-run game, even those balls that Rosado likes to put low and in the dirt, he's got to be right on top of those, especially with a base runner aboard.
Noah Hall still playing in at first base on the turf. Francisco Hernandez at third. The throw gets away from Brandon Hernandez. It looked like it would have beat the runner, but couldn't hold on. Fuji sticking around at second.
Yeah, if Hernandez catches that pickoff attempt, I think the tag is there in time. He was in the perfect position, just couldn't keep it in his glove. Would have been a very close play at second.
So that's 2 disengagement now. 2 disengagements now for Cesar Rosado, so you might see a larger lead here from Yosuke Fuji, and that's exactly what we're seeing.
I'm a little surprised Rosado is paying so much attention to Fuji on the bases here.
3-0 this pitch here. Flies, and it's called a strike on the outside part of the plate.
If you're Rosado, just throw strikes. That's what you do so well. No need to get distracted by the runner behind you.
Another large lead coming here for Yosuke Fuji. 3-1, Rosado comes set. Looks the runner back, and there's the throw. It is not in time, but that's going to allow the runner to go to third base. Third disengagement is unsuccessful from Cesar Rosado, and another run is 90 feet away.
And I think Rosado thought he had him. Again, it was a very close play at second. But you're right, 2 disengagements, you got to get him on the third, and that ends up potentially proving costly as Fuji now comes 90 feet away from scoring Kitchener's 4th run of the night.
So charge the balk to Cesar Rosado. Trent Lawson looking at a 3-1 pitch. Infield is in for Barrie. Here's the 3-1, a swing and a miss from Lawson. Counts full. Still nobody out in the inning. Rosado looking for strikeout number 4. You got to imagine his pitch count has really been elevated here. Curveball is in there for a called strike 3. It's brought to you by IMP North. That's number 4 on the outing for Rosado.
1 out in the 6th, and an out that felt like it took an eternity to get. AJ Carosas comes to the plate with a runner at third base and 1 out in the inning.
Perfectly placed breaking ball there from Rosado. Second time he's got Lawson looking in this game. That'll bring up the number 9 hitter, AJ Carosas. Infield still in here for Barrie with 1 out.
AJ's at first base. Yeah. You have it right, Ben.
Another breaking ball. That one's high.
Those pickoff attempts from Rosado earlier in this inning, he came so close on a couple of those, and his shortstop Hernandez was really in sync with those throws. They seem to have the timing down perfect.
Couldn't see it from our vantage point, but you have to imagine maybe Andrew Johnston was part of that, maybe signaling to Hernandez and Rosado.
Usually that's the case. The catcher will put the glove up or make some sort of motion.
Broken bat into right field. That's a base hit for Carosas. Another run in for Kitchener. And an RBI for the number 9 hitter. It's 4-1.
Well, that could be huge, and it comes off a broken bat from the number 9 hitter, AJ Carosas. Kitchener gets their biggest lead of the game, 4-1. And you have to wonder how much longer the leash is on Cesar Rosado here. They're looking down to the bullpen right now. Let's see if they buy a little bit of time. Get a bullpen arm ready.
Chris Nagorski was the one warming up, the right-hander. Hasn't pitched yet since he was acquired by the Baycats last week, or 2 weeks ago, pardon me. 1-0. Called strike on Jordan Mandalay.
Jeremy Eilenbrook up above the top step of the dugout, looking down at that Baycat bullpen just to see how he's coming along.
Rosado needs a double play here. 1-1, 1 out. Runner goes. Here's the throw down to second, and it's in time. Johnston nails him at second base, and that's a huge out for Barrie.
And a huge out for Andrew Johnston, who has struggled behind the plate. And the Panthers looking to capitalize. Johnston saves his best throw down to second base for a key moment in this 6th inning.
Brandon Hernandez got it on the short hop, applied the tag just in the nick of time. And a clean slate here for the leadoff hitter, Jordan Mandalay, on a 1-1 count.
Yeah, the throw was a bouncer, but sometimes that's not a bad thing if it's on the target. And a good catch and tag by Hernandez to get a key out here.
There's a fly ball, shallow right field towards that right field line. Running over is Willie Garcia, and he makes the catch in fair territory to end the inning. Baycats limit the damage. One more comes across for the Panthers. It's 4-1 as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning on Baycats TV.
Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May. Highview Contracting Group in Barrie and Simcoe County, offering award-winning hardscape, interlocking, pools, excavation, and more. Call 705-985.
Bottom of the 6th brought to you by Moving.ca. Two small men with big hearts moving. Your original Canadian two-men movers. When you think two men, think with big hearts. Your Canadian choice. As Baycats manager Josh Matlow exchanges pleasantries with home plate umpire Dave Phillips in what's been an emotional afternoon here at the ballpark. And from what I saw, those exchanges certainly seem to be pleasant between the home plate umpire and the Baycat manager.
It sure has. It's been quite the ball game so far. Kitchener comes into this bottom of the 6th inning with a 4-1 lead on 7 hits. Noel McGarry-Doyle to lead it off for Barrie. Julius Hern, Ben Davy, Matty Gale along with you. Owen McNeil has been cruising through this game thus far. Just the 1 run allowed in that 3rd inning, but only 3 hits allowed, pardon me. McGarry-Doyle shows bunt, gets it down towards that third base side. The throw will not go.
No attempt even made there by Caleb Kane Plant, the third baseman. He knew he had no chance to get the speedster Noel McGarry-Doyle.
Surprise bunt put on there by Noel McGarry-Doyle, and it's a key base runner to lead off this 6th inning. It's Brandon Hernandez. Kane Plant playing it again at third. The first pitch is inside. So to refresh you on the defense, Caleb Kane Plant now in at third base. He took over for Charlie Towers in the lineup after he was ejected. Jordan Mandalay at short. Hernandez drives this one into center field. It's going to hang up here for Runto Osawa. settles under it and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. So Caleb Kane-Plon at third. Jordan Mandalay moves from first to short. Yusuke Fuji from third to second. AJ Karosis from second to first.
I've always wondered how much of a challenge it is for these infielders to make a mid-game adjustment like that, especially a wholesale one like this where everybody basically just shifted over one position to the right. You get in a bit of a rhythm as the game unfolds and you get used to where you are on the field, and that can be a bit of a mental adjustment too.
Runner goes, and Ibarra can't get the ball out of his glove properly. Stolen base for Noel McGarry Doyle.
Yeah, it's a rare drop by Ibarra, and he pointed at his chest there a couple of times for Owen McNeil, just saying, hey, that one's on me, partner. Now, you don't often see him drop those. Would have loved to have seen what a good throw might have done, but I'm not sure any throw would have gotten Noel McGarry Doyle.
He had a great jump there from first base as signals seemingly crossed up. No mound visit between Ibarra and McNeil.
Well, Ibarra might just be changing the sequence here on the signals with a runner at second now. Just basically saying, hey, we switch to the third or the fourth one or whatever it is. Doesn't require a lengthy chat.
So McGarry Doyle the lead at second. The pitch to Francisco Hernandez is outside. It's 1-1.
Owen McNeil has pitched so well in this ball game. I can't say enough about how impressed I've been by the way he's held the Baycats at bay, especially after those warnings, quote unquote, were issued to both dugouts. It hasn't really affected his approach as far as how he's pitched these Baycat hitters.
Doesn't look like he was affected by the delay whatsoever. There's another hit pitch inside on Francisco Hernandez. It's 2-1. Just the second time McNeil has pitched with runners in scoring position in this game. The first time was when Adam Odd tripled in that third inning.
He was in the last chance.
So first time with anyone on second base behind him. Usually the more stressful position for a pitcher to be in. Dancing lead from McGarry Doyle. Here's the 2-1 pitch. It's called a strike.
He's working that outside part of the plate in quite convincing fashion here this afternoon. Hasn't really been pitching a whole lot inside anyways to begin with, so.
Yeah, that 2 pitches ago when that pitch was inside to Francisco Hernandez didn't look like it's something that had been consistent throughout the game. 2-2. That's drive out to right field. It's a base hit. Gets down in front of Yosvani Penalve. Rounding third and heading for home is McGarry Doyle. It gets by Penalve. Second base taken by Hernandez. And it's 4-2.
And Penalve dropped that ball after picking it up. And that pretty much eliminated any chance that he would have had at all to get a throw into the cutoff man to nab Noel McGarry Doyle.
So scored a single and an error on Penalve. First error of the game for Kitchener.
An important extra 90 feet for Francisco Hernandez. 4-2 game now.
5th hit of the game for the Baycats. Here's Nolan Macabrota. Has one of his own. Pitch to him is a called strike.
Score is 4-2.
4-2.
Couple key hits for the Baycats in this inning, started by Noel McGarry Doyle. Macabrota sees one high.
What is the count, Jack? Count should be 1-1.
It'll be interesting to see what happens if one more player gets hit by a pitch on either side in this game.
We're working together.
This pitch to match up Macabrota. It's on the ground and by the first baseman Karosis into right field. Coming around is Hernandez. He will score. Macabrota trying for 2. Here's the throw. It's late. It's going to be an RBI double for Francisco Hernandez. Excuse me, for Macabrota. It's a 1-run game.
So a big hop on that ground ball past the outstretched glove of Karosis. At first he had to kind of take a stab at it as he didn't have enough time to get squared up to that ball and keep it in front of him, and just missed it on the way by.
So another RBI opportunity for the Baycats. 1 out in the inning.
Double scores a run. Double. There's 1 out. 1 out.
Here's the pitch to Clark. It's up and away.
So Francisco Hernandez scores on what is being called a double. It was not a great throw by Penalve on that one either, but
yeah, that ball got all the way into that right field corner. Macabrota hustling to get that extra base hit. Big swing and miss from Tristan Clark. It's 1-1.
This kind of feels like an 8th inning scenario to me right now.
Does.
Just the way this is unfolding here. We're only in the 6th. We got 3 more innings to determine the outcome of this game, which right now could go either way.
Just a measure of how good this game has been so far. 7 hits each now. 4-3 still lead for Kitchener. Here's the pitch to Clark. It's up high.
I'm not going to question Julius. He's normally right. He said it's 7. In that case, I need one more hit on the line score for Barrie.
Long look in for Owen McNeil. Trying to get through this 6th inning. Keep his quality start intact. Clark flies one out to right center field. Over is Osawa. It's Penalve under it to make the catch. Bluffing a tag is Macabrota. He'll stick around at second. And almost a close play of the glove flip there from Mandalay.
Yeah, heads up Macabrota at second base. That would have been interesting. That ball kind of jammed Clark a little bit on the inside part of the bat. Ended up hitting it a mile high. And not a difficult catch for Penalve there.
Nagorski still warming in the Baycats bullpen. It looks like he'll be the one to take over in the 7th for Cesar Rosado. But for now, here's Willie Garcia with 2 out. Macabrota on second base. First pitch to Garcia is back. Throw back to second. Macabrota slides in safely. He had quite the secondary lead there.
First inning of this ball game that Owen McNeil has had to face more than 4 batters.
3rd inning, he had 5 batters.
So Jack,
3, 4, 5. You're right, 5. So this ties the 3rd inning. 5 batters. This will be the 6th. 6th batter of the inning here, Willie Garcia.
And Garcia puts a nice swing on it, but fouls it straight back to the screen.
Baycats have been known for putting up runs in bunches this season, and McNeil has made sure that hasn't happened today.
I have 1-1 on the bug. What's the count, Jack? I think 1-1. 1-1 the count.
McNeil looks back at Macabrota. No one holding him at second. Trying to get this 3rd out. And it's a called strike to Garcia, lowest part of the plate. Still a great contingent of fans here at Athletic Kulture Stadium.
And if any of them thought that these teams were just going to breeze through this ball game this afternoon and get ready for Hamilton tomorrow, the exact opposite has been the case. This has been a hard-fought battle today.
1-2 to Garcia. Cut on and missed. Garcia late on that fastball from McNeil, and McNeil gets out of that 6th inning with a quality start intact. It's 4-3 for Kitchener as we head to the 7th. Ben Davy back on the mic to call the rest of this one for you on Baycats TV.
The Collingwood Brewery at 10 Sanford Fleming, producing delicious lagers, ales, and seltzers since 2014. The proud home of the Baycats Brew. Check out their retail shop and tap room and select products at the LCBO, beer store, and grocery stores. Cheers, and go Baycats!
Top of the 7th inning here at Athletic Kulture Stadium. It's the Baycats and the Panthers, and Barrie trailing by a run. Let's check in once again with our sideline reporter, Maddie Gale.
Thanks, Ben. Yeah, yesterday me and Julius were on the field, and we got the chance to talk to Chris Nagorski about how he feels to be back and how he feels to be back with the Baycats once again a little bit later into the season. And he told us it just feels normal. It feels like he's meant to be back here. He did say, though, yesterday or on Thursday they were wearing the red jerseys, and he said that was a bit of a change for him. He doesn't know if he's ready for that yet, but he said he feels good to be back in the white and blue, and he's excited to be back with his team.
Thank you, Maddie. Yeah, he knows this mound very well. An IBL veteran, and he'll be called upon here to face the bottom third of the Panthers order here in this 7th inning.
Five-time IBL champion with these Baycats from 2014 to 18. Stepped away from the IBL and missed out on that 2019 season, but came back with the Toronto Maple Leafs after the pandemic and even had a couple appearances for them this year. 2 innings, had 2 strikeouts, a 4.5 ERA through those 2 outings, but released by the Leafs, reacquired by the Baycats, and this is his first outing with the team since the 2018 championship.
Fastball for a strike. So 5 rings. I guess that would put him in the lead among active Baycat players for championship rings. Other than Brantfee, maybe, who hasn't played this season, but
I guess Brantfee not necessarily on the active roster, but he's still involved with the team. He was on the field today.
Yeah, we have seen him coaching. Ryan Rio has 5? 4. Yeah, he has 4. So Nagorski with 5.
And keep in mind, so that the last time Nagorski pitched for the Baycats was in the 2018 finals. It was a walk-off win for Kitchener at Jack Couch Park.
Wow. Impressive that you dug that one up. Well,
Zach Johnson had the walk-off single in extra innings in Game 4.
2018. Yeah. How about that? 7 years ago. Swing and a miss.
Let's go, Baycats! Let's go, Baycats! Let's go, Baycats!
Began his career with the Oshawa Dodgers.
There we go. 2-2 pitch. Goes off speed, misses inside, count 3-2. A lot of fans have commented that Oshawa would be a great location for a 10th IBL team if expansion does in fact happen. Kinsman Park. 3-2 pitch, fouled away.
Even if it wasn't Oshawa, you could even go a bit further east down the 401 to Ajax, Pan Am Stadium.
Yeah, I think a team in Durham region is probably the most logical location for a 10th IBL franchise. Could create an East and West division. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Nagorski, and it's a line drive to center field, and it's caught on the run by Noel McGarry Doyle, one away.
Speaking of Pan Am Stadium in Ajax, 10 years ago today, Canada won gold at the Pan Am Games in 2015.
Was that the team managed by Ernie Witt?
Yes, it is. An extra innings win against the United States.
Let's go.
A lot of people will remember that moment, Canadian baseball history. I got a chance to meet Ernie at the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame last summer, and still loves baseball, shows up at a lot of these kinds of events.
A lot of major leaguers on that team, even before they were major leaguers.
So here's Josvani Penalve. The right fielder has reached base all 3 times, 2 singles and an intentional walk. Pitch from Nagorski, swung on and missed. 4-3 Kitchener. Fouled off to the left. Some dark clouds now coming in over right field to our west, and boy, the one thing you absolutely want to make sure happens today is that the full 9 innings get played of this game. There's been an absolute dandy between the Panthers and the Baycats here. 4-3, 7th inning. Here's the pitch, down the line, foul. Forecast showed some rain moving in at around 8 o'clock, so we should be okay. Nagorski with a 1-2 count on Penalve. Here's the pitch. Wastes one high and away. Penalve doesn't chase. I would say a good 90% of the fans that walked through the gate before first pitch are still here. In the 7th inning, 4-3 Kitchener. Nagorski kicks, deals, bounces up to the plate. The count full 3-2.
Yeah, it's Tyler Plumpton, by the way, catching for Nagorski now. Comes in for Andrew Johnston. You got to imagine that's a throwback for these two, having caught in Tyler Plumpton's first stint with the Baycats. Chris Nagorski, a pitcher on that team.
Only thing missing are the Throwback Thursday jerseys today for these guys. Ball 4. Nagorski lost him inside. 1 on, 1 out here in the 7th.
Well, here's the thing, and Maddie alluded to it. Nagorski was telling us on Thursday when he was wearing the Reds, he was saying he doesn't think he's ever worn a red jersey in his baseball career.
Not even with Barrie in his first tenure?
No, like obviously he said he's worn like red accents, but not like a full red uniform.
Right. Well, a lot of those Baycats championship teams actually wore a navy blue jersey with red lettering.
Exactly, yeah.
Similar to maybe the Cleveland Guardians today, if you can picture that navy jersey with the red lettering and logo. And those jerseys back in the early years actually said Barrie on the back where the name is today. So I think that the red jerseys are like really far throwbacks. I think those go back to like the first 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that was the whole idea with it and carrying them into this 25th anniversary season.
This team came into the league in 2001. Down the line, high hopper, foul ball.
That was an odd hop.
It bounced fair and then went over the bag foul.
But you see, it took one short hop and then one really massive hop. At least 2.5 times the height of Francisco Hernandez, the third baseman.
Well, fortunate for the Baycats, because if that's fair, it's a base hit for sure, and Penalve maybe gets to third.
Well, and likely extra bases.
0-2. Nagorski leaves it for his second baseman, wisely so. To short for 1, to first, not in time. Great speed down that first base line to avoid the double play.
The speed of Caleb Kane-Plant coming into this game in the 5th inning, just too good. And that was a slow rolling ball to Adam Odd. He had to field it kind of through the feet of Yasvani Penalve.
And a veteran move by Nagorski to let that ball go. He easily could have grabbed that, but he knew exactly where his middle infield was. Decided to let it go through and set the double play up, but the speed by Plant able to negate that and keep this inning alive. Here's Junior Ibarra. Kitchener looking to add to their 4-3 lead here in the 7th. Nagorski deals. And a little flare to left center field. It'll drop for a base hit. Clark picks it up, spins and throws. 2 on for the Panthers with 2 out.
Tristan Clark makes that play look so easy, cuts it off in the gap. And then an easy spin and throw for him.
If you're just joining us, this game, an absolute gem between Owen McNeil and Cesar Rosado. 2 starters, keeping the score low and close through the first half of the game. Chris Nagorski, the first Baycat reliever of the afternoon. First pitch to Osawa, just missed.
Still no real action in the Kitchener bullpen, so it looks like McNeil has the 7th inning as well.
1-0 pitch. Gets the outside corner for a called strike. One ball, 1 strike. Osawa 0 for 3 today. Cesar Rosado's first strikeout victim of the afternoon. 1-1. Fly ball right field, pretty deep. Garcia over near the line, reaches up, makes the catch. Panthers unable to score in the 7th. It's stretch time here at Athletic Kulture Stadium. Barrie trailing by a run on Rogers TV Barrie and Baycats TV YouTube.
The Collingwood Brewery at 10 Sanford Fleming, producing delicious lagers, ales, and seltzers since 2014. The proud home of the Baycats Brew. Check out their retail shop and tap room, and select products at the LCBO, beer store, and grocery stores. Cheers, and go Baycats!
What if a thrift store could change lives? Barrie Families Unite is making it happen. Essential needs support for those families in our community who need it most. Charity gives. Dignity empowers.
Seventh inning of play is brought to you by Sleeman Beer. Real ones know.
Bottom third of the order for the Baycats. Noah Hull up for Barrie. It'll be Tyler Plumpton pinch hitting in Andrew Johnson's number 8 spot, and then Adam Odd due up for Barrie here in the bottom of the 7th. This crowd fired up after Take Me Out to the ball game and heave away. And Owen McNeil back out for his 7th inning of work. What a job he has done this afternoon.
It's odd how after the top of the 6th inning, Kitchener up at 4-1. It didn't seem like it was necessarily a close game, but Barrie has made it a one-run ball game since.
That was the 86th pitch by McNeil this afternoon, and it just lands on the inside part of the fence.
Caleb Kane Plon did everything he could. Not sure if he totally saw the ball as it was making its trajectory down towards the ground. Kind of a slide over to where it eventually landed.
The trajectory from my eye looked like it was going to be well beyond the fence, but
didn't
full
quite
marks.
slice.
Full marks to the third baseman for getting all the way down there and making an effort. He had a long way to go.
It didn't quite slice as far as it maybe anticipated.
Caleb Kane Plant. 1-1 count to Noah Hull. Hull today 0 for 2. You know, it's been a pretty good afternoon when you're in the bottom of the 7th inning and you're just completing your 3rd time through the order. That's a quality start.
It's only allowed 7 hits so far. It's been efficient, 3 strikeouts. Pitch count hasn't gotten too high on him.
3-1 to Hull. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. The last pitch that McNeil threw to Willie Garcia had to be the highest velo of the afternoon for him. He dialed it up, and Garcia had no chance to catch up to it.
His swing was notably late on it.
3-2 here. McNeil to Hull. Fouled off left side.
Well, the thing about McNeil's performance so far is he's given up 7 hits, yes, but he's limited the non-fielding outcomes. 3 strikeouts, 2 walks. A lot of outs on batted balls. And impressively so, even with the shifted infield, as we mentioned earlier, in terms of defensive replacements.
Loses Hull on a 3-2 pitch. Tyler Plumpton will come to the plate for the first time today.
Catcher.
Catcher number 44, Tyler Plumpton.
Well, I said it's his first time at the plate, his first time with a bat in his hand at least. Defensive replacement for Andrew Johnson. Did a nice job working with Chris Nagorski in his inning of relief. 1 on, nobody out.
So he's filling in for Plumpton came in for Johnson.
McNeil, the first offering. Plumpton blazed down a bunt and a beauty. McNeil will pick it up, put the tag on. Going to third is Hull, the slide. He's in there and the ball gets away. Noah Hull comes all the way in to score. The Baycats have tied this game at 4.
What a smart play from Noah Hull. Notice there's nobody around at third base. Caleb Plant came all the way in towards home plate to try and field that bunt, which was fielded by McNeil. Nobody covering, the throw gets away, and 3 bases taken on a sacrifice by Tyler Plumpton.
Second baseman number 26, Adam Odd.
I think Tyler Plumpton kind of saw what was happening as well out of the corner of his eye, and he just sort of pulled up. He wasn't in any hurry there to be tagged out by McNeil. And Hull did not break stride. He was in motion anyways on the bunt. Rounded second in a hurry, and that wild throw was nowhere near anybody, allowing him to come all the way around and score, and we are right back to a 4-4 tie here between these two teams. What a ball game.
Just like they drew it up.
You can't draw that up. You can't practice that. That's just a thing of beauty right there. Everybody paying attention, and great baseball instincts all around by Plumpton and Hull. And once again, Tyler Plumpton does his job beautifully. Swing and a miss by Odd.
It's like the stars were all aligning there. Noah Hull gets on, works a walk on a full count. And if he wasn't on base, you have to imagine that Plumpton's a ground ball candidate. Could get a single. He's got a great batting average, but that's a perfect play from him in that spot.
Inside to Odd, down near the shoestrings.
And just like that, it's like Adam Odd's the leadoff hitter. Nobody out, nobody on base.
Nobody warming up in the Panther bullpen right now. It's Owen McNeil versus the world. Swing and a miss by Odd. 3-2. Well, he sure has lots left on that fastball.
Meanwhile, in the Baycats bullpen, it's Adam Kahn warming up.
Odd wants time. He adjusts the batting gloves.
Not sure if Nagorski would go a second inning, but Adam Kahn definitely likely to go in this game.
4-4. We're in the 7th. Nobody on. 1 out. Right back up the middle for a base hit. So Odd is aboard, and it's up to the top of the order for Noel McGarry Doyle. 1 out, guys.
Fielder number 95, Noel McGarry Doyle.
McGarry Doyle bats with a runner on and 1 out. He is 1 for 3 this afternoon.
It was Noel McGarry Doyle leading off the 6th inning that started an offensive rally of sorts.
Fouled off left side.
Got on with a single, stole a base, and came in on a single by Francisco Hernandez.
Well, Owen McNeil has certainly proved his value to this Kitchener Panthers rotation. Pitching a great game here this afternoon. Into his 7th inning now, trying to keep the score close. Panthers pitching last year was paced by Yadier Martinez. Pedro de los Santos was Kitchener last year, as was Dakota Parsons. And the pitching has been a problem at times for the Panthers here in 2025.
Well, Dakota Parsons still on the staff, but definitely more of a reliever this year compared to being a starter last year. But Owen McNeil really cementing himself as a starter on this team throughout the season.
That pitch is low, and the count now 1-1.
McNeil has seemingly alternated starts. This is the first time he's started after his previous outing was a start, if that makes any sense.
I followed you. McGarry Doyle waggles the bat. Here's the pitch with the runner going. Shows bunt. It's high. Here's the throw, the tag, and it is in plenty of time. Junior Ibarra putting on a clinic behind the plate. Throws out another one.
Comes into this game 10 for 37 on the year in stolen base attempts against him. He's thrown out 10 runners. He's thrown out 2 of 3 tonight.
And McNeil now one pitch away from getting out of this inning in a 4-4 tie. But he walks McGarry Doyle, and Brandon Hernandez will get a crack at it now.
The shortstop, number 11, Brandon Hernandez.
And here comes the manager for the Panthers, Pete Kiefer. Let's see if he asks for the baseball. We didn't really see anybody throwing hard in the Panther bullpen unless somebody got ready beforehand. That'll be the first mound visit for the Panthers this afternoon.
Looks like Brett Reed is starting to get warmed up. He just took his hoodie off and get to the mound, and he's warming up in a hurry. So this one, obviously the ejection to what we assume is a coach earlier on in this game. So Kiefer just get more of a check-in, mound visit.
A little bit of time just for McNeil to take a couple of deep breaths as well.
Also saving a bit of time for Reed to get more warmed up in case this inning starts to get away further from McNeil.
As broadcasters, we love these Panthers jerseys. Those numbers are so easy to see on the back. Really helps us out when we're trying to figure out who's in the bullpen.
Let's go, Baycats! Let's go, Baycats!
And drawing a throw is Noel McGarry Doyle, always a threat to steal, especially in a tie ball game. Yeah, other than our Baycats uniforms, which we all love, these Panthers, this particular uniform scheme is among my favorites in the IBL. The electric blue jersey, the black pants, and the Canada red cap, which has the maple leaf right on it.
Do you have a particular favorite jersey in the league?
I loved the Chatham Kent Barnstormers pinstripes, the black uniform with the pinstripe when they came out. I'm a White Sox fan as far as my MLB teams go, so that reminded me a lot of the White Sox South Side uniforms that they had a couple of years ago. But now the Baycat blue will always be my favorite. How about you?
I'm privy to the Welland Jackfish home jerseys, the green.
Now that's the other one that doesn't really resemble any MLB team other than maybe the Mariners, but I mean, that's why I like these Panthers jerseys. There's no MLB team that wears these colors.
Absolutely. So different.
Every team kind of has. I mean, the Baycats look like the Dodgers. You know, Red Sox, Cardinals kind of look like their namesakes. The Royals, of course, but yeah, that is, the Welland green is similar to the Seattle green, I think. The green jersey that they wear.
It's just the design is so original.
3-0, 4-pitch walk to Brandon Hernandez. And now that pitch count may be becoming a toll on Owen McNeil now. It has to be approaching 100. Came into the inning with a pitch count of 84. I'd have to think he's in triple digits at this point. Couple of back-to-back walks here, Noel McGarry Doyle and Brandon Hernandez. And this is what you don't want to do in a 4-4 tie, is start putting base runners on, especially at the top of the Baycats order. This heart of the Baycat order can be absolutely lethal. Francisco Hernandez, Nolan Macabrota, Tristan Clark. No way to pitch your way around those three. 2 out in the inning. Francisco today 1 for 3. Fouls that one back to the screen. Count is 0-2.
0-2. 0-2.
Baseball got away on the field, so that will be retrieved by first base umpire Jared Merkley. Owen McNeil 1 pitch away from getting out of this crisis. 4-4 tie, 2 on, 2 out. Bottom of the 7th. McNeil to Hernandez. Outside. Hernandez lays off.
Important for Hernandez to stay patient in this at-bat. He gets down early 0-2. But it seemed like his pitch hasn't come yet in this at-bat.
Runners lead. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on a miss, strike 3. Owen McNeil gets out of a jam. The Baycats strand 2, but they tie the game at 4. And we go to the top of the 8th inning here at Athletic Kulture Stadium. It's a brand new ball game. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV Barrie.
Step up to the plate at Park Place. The latest fashion, delicious dining, exciting entertainment. Hungry after the game? Stop by one of their patios or grab a sweet treat for a grand slam of flavors to satisfy every craving. Park Place, where every visit is a home run. The only North Barrie Market, your go-to for homemade meals, catering service, and the freshest locally sourced meat. Get ready for an unforgettable barbecue experience with Barrie Best Barbecue coming soon. All at North Barrie Market, 580 Bayfield.
Thinking about doing a renovation but don't know where to find the best prices and quality? Go to Reno Liquidation Depot, where you'll find vanities, flooring, toilets, exterior doors, and so much more. Visit Reno Liquidation Depot today.
Top of the 8th inning at Athletic Kulture Stadium is the Baycats and the Panthers, tied at 4. Yusuke Fuji, Trent Lawson, AJ Carosis, bottom third of the order, coming up for the Panthers. And the Baycats sent the bottom third of the order up in the bottom half of the 7th inning. We're able to scratch out a run to tie this game at 4. It's been a seesaw affair between these two teams here this afternoon. Panthers had a 3-1 lead. 4-1 lead heading into the bottom of the 6th before Barrie scored 2 and then 1 in the 7th to tie it. Adam Kahn, the new pitcher for Barrie, swing and a miss by Fuji.
7th appearance of the season for Kahn, a 4.05 ERA. He's got a 1-0 record to go along with that. 1 save on the year, and that was a 4-inning save in Toronto. 13 1/3 innings on the year. 9 strikeouts to 5 walks.
This one hit deep to left field, back near the fence, and making the catch is Tristan Clark, 1 away. Fuji got good wood on that one.
Designated hitter number 4, Trent Lawson.
This is Trent Lawson. Baycats hoping Adam Kahn can provide some strong, high-leverage innings here for the Baycats in the second half. Especially in these close scores, late innings. You want to get your ball to the closer, Carlos Sano with the lead. That's the point of these key innings here.
But here's the thing, Sano pitched each of the last 2 days and got saves in both appearances, so I'm not even sure if he'd be available today.
That's a good point. Third game in 3 days, so.
Plus he'll be at the All-Star game tomorrow too.
A good chance Kahn might get a chance to close this one out.
He's been more of a multi-inning reliever his last few appearances at least.
He's behind here 3-0 to the number 8 hitter, Trent Lawson. Here's the pitch. And a fastball right over the heart of the plate for a strike. 3-1.
His first appearance of the season came in Kitchener. First time these two teams met. Closed out that 9th inning in a blowout Baycats win. Allowed 3 unearned runs and 2 hits. Had 2 strikeouts.
Interesting thing with those 2 games in Kitchener that you mentioned, the Baycats won by scores of 12-4 and 8-4. So the Panthers with 4 runs in both of those games. And here this afternoon in this third matchup between these teams, 4 runs for the Panthers.
Kahn also, his last appearance overall was Sunday against Kitchener. Allowed 1 earned run in 1 inning of work.
Panthers will need more than 4 to win this one here this afternoon. Trent Lawson
number 11, A.J. Carosis.
will jog to first as the potential go-ahead run for Kitchener here in this 8th inning.
Kahn's gone at least 2 innings in 3 of his previous 6 appearances in this season. As Jamie Cabral comes in as a pinch runner for Lawson.
For Kitchener number 2, Jamie Cabral.
So A.J. Carosis, who started the game at second, shifted over to first following the ejection of Charlie Towers. Created a pinwheel of a rotation among the infield today. The infielders very aware of a bunt situation here. Carosis has reached base all 3 times. 3 singles. Was thrown out on the bases twice. Was hit by a batted ball. Was caught stealing. So he has had an eventful day.
Cabral, the pinch runner, 11.
And he goes, and the ball the other way behind Hernandez into center field. All the way to third goes Cabral, and that was because the runner was in motion and Hernandez was moving to his left to take the throw. And that opened up that hole. What a great piece of hitting by A.J. Carosis.
Perfectly executed hit and run. You get the speedy Cabral at first base. I was just about to say 11 stolen bases, only caught once this year. So a smart move there by manager Pete Kiefer to put on the speedy Cabral in a tight game in this top of the 8th inning.
Shortstop number 20, Jordan Mandalay.
And that's why managers put the hit and run on so often, especially in a situation like this, a low-scoring, close game. You can get those infielders moving around and open up some holes.
And we've seen them put it on throughout the game, too.
Here's a fly ball to center field. Noel McGarry Doyle underneath it, makes the catch, runner tags. Here's the throw, and it's late. And in with a slide is Jamie Cabral to make it a 5-4 Panther lead here in the 8th.
Three straight fly ball outs for Jordan Mandalay, but that one's the productive one. A sacrifice fly to center field. Noel McGarry Dole did everything he could, settled back on in front of that ball, ahead of him making the catch to try and get some momentum towards his throw, but Cabral too fast.
We talked about how Noah Hull and Tyler Plumpton executed so well to get the Baycats run in the bottom of the 7th. The Panthers doing exactly that themselves here on the top of the 8th inning. The walk to Lawson, Cabral coming on to pinch run, and the hit and run executed perfectly by Carosis to get Cabral to third, and then a deep fly ball by Mandalay to bring him in.
It's the perfect definition of manufacturing runs.
Both these teams, high-level execution here in these late innings. 5-4 Kitchener. Mateo Zeppieri with a 2-0 count. Here's the pitch from Kahn, and it's hit down the line, foul. Nine hits for the Panthers this afternoon, 8 hits for Barrie, 5-4 the score for Kitchener.
Zeppieri homered off of Kahn on Sunday in that 9th inning.
Pitch is high.
It was a solo home run to make it an 8-4 game. We saw how hard he hit that ball down that right field line. Obviously, he's seen the ball really well out of Kahn's hand all year long.
Count 3-2. Baycats' 5-game winning streak in jeopardy here, trailing 5-4. Top of the 8th. Kahn trying to put out the fire. Runner will be in motion here on this 3-2 pitch with 2 out. Kahn to the plate, and it's a line drive to right field, and it's a fair ball down the line. Carosis rounding third. They'll send him home. Here's the throw to second, and out at second base. What a great throw by Willie Garcia. The run will not count. So it's a 5-4 game as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. You're watching Rogers TV and Baycats TV on YouTube.
Thinking about doing a renovation, but don't know where to find the best prices and quality? Go to Reno Liquidation Depot, where you'll find vanities, flooring, toilets, exterior doors, and so much more. Visit Reno Liquidation Depot today.
It's the 2025 IBL Home Run Derby and All-Star Game, hosted by the Hamilton Cardinals at beautiful Barrie Baycats Stadium. Watch the league's top sluggers crush moonshots in the Derby. Then see the best of the best go head-to-head under the lights in the All-Star Game.
Highview Contracting Group in Barrie and Simcoe County, offering award-winning hardscape, interlocking, pools, excavation, and more. Call 705-985-7669 or highviewcontracting.ca.
What if a thrift store could change lives? Barrie Families Unite is making it happen. Essential needs support for those families in our community who need it most. Charity gives. Dignity empowers.
UW-Simcoe-Muskoka.ca.
So a 5-4 Panther lead going to the bottom of the 8th inning, and that 5-4 lead could have been at least a run bigger for the Panthers. But Mateo Zeppieri tested the arm of right fielder Willie Garcia, who made a beautiful throw to nab him at second base.
Second outfield assist of the season for Willie Garcia, and it was a big one. The reason being that throw, that assist, that out at second base on Mateo Zeppieri cancels out, and you could say the run that would have come in had the throw not been in time. AJ Carosis was on his way home.
Yeah, Carosis was in motion, would have scored. If Zeppieri had have just been content for a single, this would be a 6-4 ball game, and we'd still be in the top of the 8th. So put a star beside Willie Garcia today for that assist at second base. If the Baycats come back and win this game, we might be talking about that throw by Garcia after the game. New pitcher for the Panthers. As Macabrota hits this one to first. And the underhand toss to Reed, steps on the bag. Went back and stepped on it a second time just to make sure he got it. One away.
A bit of a stumble there for Brett Reed, getting his first out of his outing. This is his 8th appearance of the season, all in relief. He's got a 1-0 record, but an inflated ERA of 12.79 in 12 2/3 innings. Strikeout to walk ratio 11-15. He's walked more than he's struck out this year. He's allowed 26 hits in 12 innings, so also an inflated whip on his part.
Tristan Clark, the left fielder. First pitch in the dirt and outside.
Brett Reed's opponents have a .419 batting average this season against him in those 12 2/3 innings. But no bigger spot for him this season than to try and close out this win.
Drives this one to right center field, pretty deep. That ball is up and it bounces off the fence. That's extra bases for Tristan Clark. He's in standing up with a double. Hardest ball he's hit this afternoon. They're calling for an appeal at first. They think maybe Tristan missed first on his way by. As soon as the baseball comes in here, they're going to check, I think. Well, maybe they're not. I'm not sure what they're. The Panthers had a little bit of an argument there with the home plate umpire about something.
Couldn't quite pick it up either. Not too sure what the appeal would have been other than he missed first base, but didn't look like that was the case.
They didn't throw it over. So, I mean, if they thought he missed first, they would have thrown it over. They didn't. It's a double for Clark. Here's Willie Garcia. What a moment for him here, potentially. 5-4 game. He represents the go-ahead run. First pitch from Reed. Taking all the way, it's a called strike. We were talking during the commercial break how it's interesting as the season unfolds. There's a lot of games that we call that are just relatively uneventful. The game just sort of follows a normal pace, a normal script, and then you get a game like this where it just feels like there's dozens and dozens of things to talk about. A lot of interesting things have made up this ball game today.
It's so interesting, the contrast between today's game and Thursday night's game.
Yeah, the 3-0 game.
Where there was really nothing of note in that Thursday game aside from the Baycats pitching as a whole was fantastic. They held Guelph to just 3 hits, but a measly 3-0 win. Nothing really that interesting throughout the course of the game, but this is a gem.
It almost looked effortless on Thursday night. Packed the park night too, so a big crowd on hand to enjoy that tidy little 3-0 win, which moved along at a very good pace.
Yeah, sub 3 hour game.
This game now just 4 minutes shy of the 3 hour mark, and a lot has happened. If you're just joining us, both benches were given warnings after Cesar Rosado hit the first of 2 Panthers players. Swing and a miss by Garcia, strike 2. The Panthers bench erupted when Garcia hit a second Panther that same inning. And Rosado, who did I say?
Garcia.
Yeah, Rosado, of course, hit a second player that half inning, and no ejections were issued other than to the Panther dugout. It was a strange inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Garcia's ready, holds that bat high. Reed deals on the ground to short. The throw across in time for the out. And staying at second is Tristan Clark, 2 away.
By the way, Caleb Kane-Plant has moved over to right field. And Yusuke Fuji at third now. Jordan Mandalay still at short. There is a new second baseman in the game unless they've just switched up the defensive alignment.
So that's Fuji's second time at third base today. You don't see that very often because he started there, right?
Yes.
Started there, moved to second. Now he's back at third.
Kane-Plant's in right field.
Hull with a high fly ball. Center field, calling for it. Osawa takes it for the third out of the inning. So we'll take this 5-4 Panther lead to the ninth. Kitchener will try to add to it when we return. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV Barrie.
Join us this summer at the Baycats Summer Baseball Camp.
See you this summer.
Visit Alliance Billiards and Sports in the northeast end of Barrie. A fun, friendly family environment offering pool, darts, karaoke, and live entertainment. Enjoy a large variety of delicious food and drinks on the patio. You'll come as a stranger and leave as a friend. The Collingwood Brewery at 10 Sanford Fleming, producing delicious lagers, ales, and seltzers since 2014. The proud home of the Baycats Brew. Check out their retail shop and tap room and select products at the LCBO, beer store, and grocery stores. Cheers and go Baycats!
Poverty unignorable. To learn how you can help, you can visit
Ben, Davy, Julius, Hern, Matty Gale, top of the ninth inning, and stage set here for a exciting finish between the Panthers and the Baycats. Kitchener on top 5-4.
This has been truly a gem of a baseball game. A lot of defensive shifts, as we were mentioning, in terms of the defensive alignment and players in certain different positions. The bottom half of that eighth inning will run them back in the bottom half of this ninth.
Penalve now the game's first baseman. First pitch swinging, drives this one to the gap, right center field. It'll drop. It's cut off. Penalve trying for two. Here's the throw. The relay, not in time. Head first slide, a leadoff double for Yosvani Penalve.
Emphatic reaction from Penalve as he takes time off second base. First pitch of the inning of Adam Kahn, and it's taken the other way into the gap. Perfectly placed extra base hit.
Both these teams with some pretty nice momentum coming into this game. The Panthers looking to extend their win streak to 4, and Barrie's 5-game win streak is in jeopardy here.
First mound visit charge to Barrie.
Third baseman number 9, Caleb Kane-Plant.
Nobody throwing in the Baycat bullpen. Adam Kahn out here to work the ninth.
Noah Hull approaching.
Showing bunt right away. Is Plant. They appeal, and he offered. That was first base ump Jared Merkley making the call, closer to second.
You can see the way that the Baycats infield is executing this type of play so differently to where the Kitchener Panthers screwed this up a couple innings ago.
Kane Plant showing bunt again. Unable to lay it down. The runner between second and third. Nobody there. Plumpton does the right thing. He just looks him back. That's what you do in that situation. You move towards third and just walk the runner right back to the bag if you have to.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's a smartly executed play. You're not losing anything by holding the runner at second base in that play.
No need to force a throw. That can create all kinds of chaos in that situation. Kahn misses outside. 1-2 count now.
Because a misplaced throw there could now mean a 2-run ball game.
Penalve has been a headache on the bases all afternoon. This is his 5th time on the bases today. Here's the pitch. Fly ball, shallow, right center. Garcia sees it. He has it. Here's the throw. Runner tagging. And in is Yosvani Penalve ahead of the throw.
Still a really strong throw there from Willie Garcia. We saw that arm of his on display in the top half of the 8th inning. But in there just ahead of the throw, Yosvani Penalve. And he takes time.
So here's Junior Ibarra.
Action number 48, Junior Ibarra.
Well, say what you want about this Panthers lineup, but you got Mandalay in the leadoff spot, Penalve in the 3 spot, Ibarra in the 5 spot. They can mount an attack here. And have kept this score close and built a lead here this afternoon over the Barrie Baycats.
Infield now playing in for Barrie. Fragile 1-run game.
Yeah, not a situation where they want to trade a run for an out in a 5-4 game. They got a chance to nab that runner at home, they're going to try. Two up for Barrie in the 9th. It's the bottom third of the order. Pitch from Kahn, and it's high, 1-2. Kahn put it upstairs to see if Ibarra would chase, but the veteran laid off. One ball, 2 strikes.
Ibarra's reached base 3 times today.
Kahn's ready, deals. Popped up, should be playable. Hernandez in foul territory, makes the catch, 2 down. Next best thing to a strikeout, basically the same thing, is just keeping that runner at third, getting the second out of the inning.
Every time you can get the second out of an inning like that, weak contact, stranding a runner at third base, that is a huge confidence boost for Adam Kahn.
Osawa, 2 out in the inning, runner at third, down the line, foul.
Especially against a powerful hitter like Junior Ibarra.
Always a tough out. Osawa 0 for 4. Adam Kahn. 0-1 pitch. Missed away, 1-1. Panthers led 4-1 at one point, now up 5-4. Here's the pitch. Went back to the same spot, that one away again. Didn't get it the first time, didn't get it that time either. 2-1. That one very close again. 3-1 now.
Runta Osawa, he's been 0 for 4 tonight with a strikeout, but he's been very patient all game long.
Let's see if he takes the 3-1. Kahn ready. Kicks and deals. Just outside, ball 4. Kahn not missing by much, but not getting the calls. Runners on the corners for the Panthers. And here comes Yusuke Fuji.
Second baseman, number 5, Yusuke.
Still nobody up in this Baycats bullpen, so this is all on Adam Kahn. He would be on the hook for the loss in this one, but still so much on the line. Runners in the corners, 2 out.
So Fuji back to third base defensively. We'll run through all that for you in the bottom half of the inning, and he drives this one to right field. It's right at Willie Garcia, makes the catch, and the Panthers strand 2 in the top of the 9th. Barrie down by a run, the winning streak in jeopardy. And they will try to come from behind to walk it off this afternoon. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV Barrie.
Fans from 400 Chrysler and Barrie Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. This year, we are the community partners of the Barrie Baycats. Community is near and dear to our hearts here at the dealerships and one of our core values, so we can support local and shop local.
Visit Alliance Billiards and Sports in the northeast end of Barrie. A fun, friendly family environment offering pool, darts, karaoke, and live entertainment. Enjoy a large variety of delicious food and drinks on the patio. You'll come as a stranger and leave as a friend.
Ninth inning of play is brought to you by United Way Simcoe Muskoka, making poverty unignorable. To learn how you can help, you can visit uwsimcoemuskoka.ca.
Tyler Plumpton will lead it off for the Baycats in the 9th inning. And as hot as his bat has been, you have to wonder if we see him try to lay down a bunt here to lead off the bottom of the 9th inning.
Well, with his speed, I'm not sure if it's really in play for him. The infield is playing back. Definitely more of a singles hitter, if anything.
Plumpton, Odd, and McGarry Doyle all due up for the Baycats. A little bit of a commotion now around the Barrie dugout as time is called. Plumpton steps out. They want to get their first base coach out there.
Clayton Keys is at first base as the coach.
Clayton Keys is going to handle coaching. And now an ejection. Somebody from the Panther dugout has been tossed.
No, Josh Matlow looks like to be ejected.
I thought he pointed at the Panther dugout. So I'm not sure why Josh Matlow would be ejected unless he just shouted something. They were simply putting out Keys as the first base coach. Josh is smiling now.
Carlos Sano is the one to exit the field.
Oh, it might have been Carlos Sano then, right? Maybe.
Well, I didn't see him anywhere. He must have been in the dugout.
He's usually one that's deep, sitting in the dugout, but
no, he's not. He's behind the dugout right now.
But he had just walked out of the field.
Okay. Anyways, back to baseball. It's a called strike.
New pitcher in the game is Dakota Parsons, out for his 10th appearance of the year, a 7.5 ERA. No decisions yet on the season, 12 innings pitched.
Guys, don't eat up all the pizza. You're going to save some for
Well, Matlow was laughing, and Keys was laughing, and maybe it was because if Sano was ejected, he wasn't going to come into this game anyways. So perhaps that's what the chuckle is about there.
Yeah, Sano was the one ejected. Got that confirmed.
Well, as I just said, he wasn't going to come into this game anyway.
Exactly.
So that's probably why everybody's laughing in the Baycat dugout right now.
It's kind of an inconsequential ejection. He's still out there signing autographs.
1-2 pitch. Fly ball, left field. It's going back near the track. The catch is made. One away. We should run through the Panther defense here, which we never did.
Absolutely. So moving over to right field is Caleb Kane-Plant. Back to third base, Yusuke Fuji. Jordan Mandalay is still at shortstop after originally starting the game at first base. Yosvani Penalve moves in from right field to play first base, and AJ Carosis is back in his starting position at second base.
So several of those players that you mentioned back where they started the game. There was a huge shift defensively after the ejection to Charlie Towers earlier in this game. And a lot of these guys are right back where they were before. So the outfield now left to right, Ziperi, Osawa, and Kane-Plant. Ziperi making that catch off the fly ball from Plumpton. This is Adam Ott at the plate, and he hits this one center field, and it'll get by Osawa, and it'll go all the way to the wall. An easy double for Ott. He wants 3. Here's the throw, and it's a triple for Adam Ott.
Second triple of the game for Adam Ott. The Baycats dugout on their feet. What a moment for Adam Ott.
Feels like the Baycats want this win this afternoon, perhaps more so than any other game in the first half of this 2025 season. They're down by a run, still some work to do. Noel McGarry Doyle at the plate. Tying run now at third base, Adam Ott. Osawa made a great effort, had a long way to come on that fly ball, but once he committed and that ball got by him, you knew it was going to be trouble. Pitch to McGarry Doyle is inside. Dakota Parsons. 1-1. A 1-1 count here to McGarry Doyle.
Infield in for Kitchener here.
A high fly ball, shallow right center, and it'll be Osawa making the catch. Odd will tag. The throw is online, but in the score is Odd as he got around the tag by Junior Ibarra, and we have a tie ball game.
Really smart slide from Adam Odd there. Diving in, he gets his hand underneath the tag. And that's the entire reason why he's able to score on that sacrifice fly.
What a great throw by Osawa. Had just enough on it. Looked like it was going to be a bit high. Amara got it, put the tag down, and Adam Odd with one of the best slides that we've seen at home plate all season. 5-5 tie, bottom of the ninth. Brandon Hernandez now. The sac fly by Noel McGarry Doyle to bring home Adam Odd with a tying run.
This game has been all about manufacturing runs.
That has been the story of the game. Neither team has scored more than 2 runs in an inning.
Braden Pakula throwing in the Baycats bullpen. He's the go-to guy if there's a 10th inning.
2 balls, no strikes. Pitch to Brandon Hernandez. Pops it up. Left field. Zapieri, couple steps in, makes the catch. We've got some bonus baseball here on this Saturday afternoon at Athletic Kulture Stadium. We go to the 10th with the Panthers and the Baycats tied at 5.
Thinking about doing a renovation, but don't know where to find the best prices and quality? Go to Reno Liquidation Depot, where you'll find vanities, flooring, toilets, exterior doors, and so much more. Visit Reno Liquidation Depot today.
Step up to the plate at Park Place. The latest fashion, delicious dining, exciting entertainment. Hungry after the game? Stop by one of their patios or grab a sweet treat for a grand slam of flavors to satisfy every craving. Park Place, where every visit is a home run. The only North Barrie Market, your go-to for homemade meals, catering service, and the freshest locally sourced meat. Get ready for an unforgettable barbecue experience with Barrie Best Barbecue coming soon. All at North Barrie Market, 580 Bayfield.
To the 10th we go. We are more than halfway there here this afternoon. Extra baseball for these fans, this excellent crowd here. This final game before the All-Star game tomorrow in Hamilton. Barrie and Kitchener in a 5-5 tie. And the Baycats will put out left-hander Braden Pakula to face the Panthers in the top half of the inning.
Braden Pakula has really set himself up to be the setup man this season, but with Carlos Sano not available after pitching each of the last 2 days, it's on him to be the high-leverage guy he hopes to be.
So a runner at second is going to be Yusuke Fuji. Jamie Cabral remains in the game.
First plate appearance of the game for him.
Showing bunt on the first pitch, and he offers out at strike one.
Pakula, 9th appearance of the season, all in relief, a 2.13 ERA in 12 2/3 innings. 13-4 strikeout to walk ratio.
Some outstanding numbers for the left-hander. And I was talking to Josh Matlow a couple of days ago and just kind of reflecting on the first half, and I said, I think Braden Pakula, to be honest with you, is your comeback player of the year. When you look at what he's done in the first half compared to a year ago, where he really struggled out of the Baycat bullpen, an 8.34 ERA, 12 appearances, 11 in relief. Tag is applied, 1 out. Pakala starts the inning off with a K. Strikeout for IMP North. And here's number 9 hitter AJ Carosas.
Baycats 4-1 in extra inning games this year. That's the most wins in extra innings by any team in the IBL in a single season since at least 2010, in the point streak era, quote unquote.
Carosas now the game's second baseman. Lefty-lefty matchup here. 1 out in the 10th.
Kitchener's only been in 1 extra innings game this year, and they won it.
Boy, there's a lot of pressure on the road team in extra innings now with that runner at second to make sure you get that runner home, whether it's a ground ball and a fly ball or whatever you have to do, because if you don't, the home team can walk it off with 1 swing of the bat. Little base hit to right or whatever, and suddenly the game is over. So you really have to take advantage of your chance when it comes.
Just adds all that much more to having a home field advantage.
For the Baycats, it's almost like scoring a run if you can get out of the top half of the inning without allowing one. 5-5. 1 out. It's a 1-2 count to AJ Carosas. Here's the pitch. Foul territory, left field side, long way for Clark. Running, he dives, and it's just out of his reach. Clark thought he had a chance on that one.
Landed about 6 feet or so away from him, but a very good effort nonetheless.
He certainly wasn't positioned to play a pop foul on that side with a left-hander at the plate.
It just kept slicing and slicing further towards that Kitchener bullpen.
He had a long way to go, and that ball hung up for a long time. It looked like he might have been able to make that one interesting. 1-2. Pakala nods, comes to the belt, checks the runner, kicks and deals. Swing and a miss! It's for IMP North. 2 strikeouts for Braden Pakala.
Kitchener hasn't seen a lefty all game long. First time seeing him. Back-to-back strikeouts. Still a runner in scoring position.
Jordan Mandalay. Try to put this ball in play and give his team the lead. It's a 5-5 tie. We're in the top of the 10th. A called strike to start him off.
Braden Pakala coming into today's ball game had only had 8 at-bats against with a runner in scoring position, only allowed 1 hit.
That one over the glove of Noah Hull down the line. It is a foul ball. Just foul. Hull came maybe a fraction of an inch away from making that catch. Right on it was first base umpire Jared Merkley.
That ball was just inches foul and surely would have been extra bases for Jordan Mandalay, but also would have put Kitchener in the lead.
It's something like go to the last batter who made the last out, and then it was like in the right side. There was a menu that you could go to.
So Braden Pakala, 1 pitch away from an entirely different outcome here in the top half of the 10th inning. It is an 0-2 count to Jordan Mandalay. He takes his time getting settled into the box, waggles the bat. With Pakala looking in, nods and comes to the set position. 0-2 pitch from Pakala. Bounces up to the plate.
What a block by Tyler Plumpton. You have to imagine that substitution of Tyler Plumpton over Andrew Johnston has to be a key reason why the Baycats are still in this ball game.
So much noise coming from the Baycat dugout right now. They are ready to explode. If Pakala can finish it, here it is. And it's a ground ball to second. Odd with the easy toss to first. In time for the out. Braden Pakala fired up as his teammates come out of the dugout. Some chest bumps and high fives as the Baycats will try to win this one in the bottom of the 10th inning. 5-5, Kitchener and Barrie on Rogers TV and Baycats TV YouTube.
Highview Contracting Group in Barrie and Simcoe County, offering award-winning hardscape, interlocking, pools, excavation, and more. Call 705-985-7669 or highviewcontracting.ca. Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May.
Yeah.
This telecast is presented by the authority of the Intercounty Baseball League and the Barrie Baycats Baseball Club, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent. Any rebroadcast, reproduction, or retransmission in any form is strictly prohibited.
If you're just joining us, we've had 3 lead changes in this ball game. The most recent, Kitchener getting on top 5-4 with a run in the top of the 8th inning. Barrie coming back to tie it in the bottom of the 9th. And now we head to the bottom of the 10th, and the Baycats will try to walk it off here in this 5-5 tie. A hard-fought battle between the Panthers and the Baycats, and this crowd, one of the liveliest crowds we've seen all season. The runner at second is Brandon Hernandez. Francisco Hernandez at the plate. Looking for the baseball. It's right in front of the catcher, Ibarra.
Yeah, Francisco Hernandez in that case showed bunt. Similar to what Jamie Cabral did in the top half of the inning.
The Panthers were unable to get their ghost runner in from second in the top half of this inning. Baycats can win it with a base hit here. Shows bunt again. The pitch from Parsons pulls the bat back. Here's the throw, and scampering back is Brandon.
And again, you got to be careful with Junior Ibarra behind the plate. That's the second time he's attempted a pickoff like that at second base in this game.
He has a lot of confidence in that arm, too. You know he's not going to uncork a wild one in a situation like this.
The only time he wasn't able to throw to stealing base runner was when he dropped the ball.
Brandon at second, Francisco at the plate. Here's the pitch. It's outside. Count 2-1. The Hernandez brothers looking to finish the storyline here this afternoon at Athletic Kulture Stadium. 5-5 tie. Runner leads. Parsons kicks, steals, bounces up to the plate. Snared by Ibarra. Count 3-1.
And again, that's the value of having him behind the plate. Another catcher might not be able to make that play, and that's a free 90 feet for Brandon Hernandez.
Parsons working quickly. Nods, comes set. Hernandez the lead. 3-1 pitch on the way. Outside ball 4. First base open anyway, so not necessarily a catastrophic walk for Parsons as they set up the force. But a dangerous man at the plate that he'll have to face now, Nolan Macabrota.
think they're going to pull for, Francisco Hernandez for a pinch runner here. It looks like it's going to be Alex Wickett.
And the goal for Wickett here is just to simply try to avoid any double play situation.
Yeah, Wickett is pinch running for Francisco at first.
The only runner that matters is Brandon Hernandez is second.
And that's why if you're Dakota Parsons, you're pretty content with that walk. But the thing is, you can't pitch around anybody in the middle of this Baycats order. Nolan Macabrota, Tristan Clark, Whitley Garcia after that.
Yeah, you're going to have to throw Macabrota strikes here. Nobody wants to face Tristan Clark with the bases loaded. Here's the first offering. Swing and a miss by Macabrota.
And you can tell he wants to be the hero of this game. A lot of hard swings just like that throughout the course of this one.
Parsons delivers. Fouled off. Past the coach's box and over towards the Panther bullpen. 0-2. Can't say enough about the pitching of Braden Pakala in the top of the 10th inning with a runner at second. He gets back-to-back strikeouts and a 4-3 ground ball to get out of the inning and strand the runner. You could not draw up the top half of that inning any better. 0-2 to Macabrota. Fouls it off. Stays alive, keeps the count 0-2.
A lot of break on that pitch from Dakota Parsons. Macabrota very lucky to have gotten a piece of it. Four-pitch mix for Parsons. Sinker, slider, changeup, and a cutter he's been working on the last couple of years.
Mandalay and Carosis are the middle infield here, ready for the ground ball. Fouled away again by Macabrota.
Macabrota building the tension here, spoiling all these pitches from Dakota Parsons.
The more pitches you can foul off, the better idea you're going to get as far as the repertoire of this reliever that you're seeing for the first time in this game. No balls, 2 strikes. Winning run at second base, Brandon Hernandez. Pitch from Parsons. And it's a high fly ball. Right center field. Going back a long way is the center fielder. It's over Usawa's head. Brandon Hernandez rounds third. Here comes the throw. It's cut off. The Baycats win it 6-5 in 10 innings. What a finish for the Baycats here this afternoon. Nolan Macabrota, the hero with a game-winning RBI.
When this game seemed out of reach for the Baycats in the middle innings, they kept clawing back, and it's Nolan Macabrota this time. The 5th extra innings win for the Baycats this year, and the 5th different hero in each of those games.
So the Baycats win streak will continue as the All-Stars from both sides will head to Hamilton for the All-Star Game and Home Run Derby tomorrow afternoon. Baycats will take their win streak to Guelph on Tuesday night, and we're back here to face the Toronto Maple Leafs on Thursday next week. We hope to see you then here at Athletic Kulture Stadium. If not, Julius, Maddie, and myself will have the call for you right here on Baycats TV. Final tonight in 10, Baycats 6, Panthers 5. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Ben Davy. For Julius, Hern, Maddie Gale, and our entire Baycats TV crew, good afternoon from Athletic Kulture Stadium in Springwater.
And don't forget, the Baycats are right back here at Athletic Kulture Stadium.